Hello and welcome. It's so great to have you guys here finally on our live stream. Thank you so much to all of those who have been waiting and have joined previously ahead of time. We're looking really forward to jump into this. I think I want to do a little bit of introduction. My name is Tristan, for those of you that don't know me. This is Arthur. Hi. Arthur's Fish Room and Simply Aquatic over here. Basically, what we're trying to do is a live stream auction where we've done so in the past from a, how do I say, like a WhatsApp perspective.
WhatsApp auction, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's worked really well in the past, but we wanted to bring you guys something a little bit different. And we'll run through that in a second. I think we want to give a couple of minutes just for everyone to join and for you guys to have a little opportunity to do a bit of a Q&A session. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. We're happy to answer them now. And then at about 5:10, we're just going to go through the auction rules, and then we'll start. We'll go straight into the first item.
Sounds exciting. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, apparently got a
buzz. Yeah, I see that.
Let me check that out.
Okay, also bearing in mind, this is also something new that we're trying, and so there are going to be some teething problems.
I fixed it.
and it's been fixed. We've got a technical guru over here.
Sorry about that, guys. There's a loose cable.
Keep the feedback coming.
Yeah, there's a million things going on. So I think for what it's worth, please do let us know if there's anything bothering in terms of music. You know, I'm trying my best to monitor these kinds of things, but give us a shout. We'll work on it as we go.
Yeah.
And I did see some questions earlier. As Andrew Spark was asking, we have Africans, it's on the list.
Yep.
And I did say yes, we do, but I don't actually know what they are. Do you want to maybe go through a
Let me just
couple of
pull
the
it up
items?
quickly. Yeah, sure. We have, let me just pull up the list here. We've got a fish that we're struggling to get our heads around the name. It's called a zebra obliquidans. That's an African cichlid, definitely.
Okay.
We have some Jack Dempsey's going today as well. Some really beautiful fish.
Those are really cool.
They are
Like,
stunning, actually.
look, let me just say it. First and foremost, I'm not a cichlid person.
Me neither, to be honest.
I love cichlids in other people's tanks, but I mean, I had a really two bad experiences.
Yeah.
So, but beautiful fish nonetheless. And if you're into
100%.
cichlids,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be really special.
We also have the Lake Katubu rainbows as well. Also lovely fish. So in fact, they're actually quite stunning.
Okay. Cool.
And I think, yeah, I mean, there's definitely something there for you.
Yep.
There's not a lot of cichlids on this particular list,
Yeah.
but if there's interest and people want that,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments, and let's see what we can do maybe for the next time around.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's worth mentioning, at least in my personal opinion, cichlids are the most beautiful fish, but they're quite problematic. So it's like, you kind of pick your, do you want pretty and deal with the problems, or do you want like peaceful fish that might not be?
Well, it depends
as
if you want a community
striking,
tank, doesn't it? I mean, if you want a species-only tank,
I see
got
we've
a
got
little flyer, yeah.
flyer. Sorry,
if
trust,
you-
we go live.
if you want to have a species-only tank with Malawi cichlids, for example, and you set that up
Then
as
it's
a
cool.
species-only tank,
Yeah.
and that's what you're looking for,
Yeah,
that's
100%.
fantastic. They're stunning.
And you want to overstock. So that's the cheat
Yes.
code that I got wrong, where I only had like a few of them and they were fighting. And you essentially want to go for a whole tank full of them, like to the brim.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's kind of like what keeps
Then
them,
it looks stunning.
keeps them short. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining us. Really awesome. Cool. And then there was someone else that was asking how much courier is going to be. So just to give you guys like a brief overview of how this works, once you have bid on an auction and you've won an item, we're going to be putting you in touch directly with that specific breeder.
Yeah,
that's put
right.
that item up.
Yes.
So if you guys look in the chat section, you'll see that there's a pinned comment. On that, we do have a link to a Google form, and basically you're going to fill that in with your details and the items that you've won, so that
Yes,
we can
that's
get
right.
in touch with you.
Yep.
And we can arrange that shipping and obviously pickups, whatever it might be. If you
100%.
are local, pickups are free whenever you're available, and obviously you've just got to arrange with the breeders and the suppliers.
And please don't forget to keep track of your winning bids, because if you fail to fill in that form at the end of the auction or when you're done bidding, we can't find you necessarily.
Yeah.
And so it's really important that if you're going to be an active participant, you're going to bid on lots today, and you're going to, you're going to find that you've got some winning bids on certain items. Please keep track of that and your winning bid, and make sure that you fill in that form. And as Tristan's just said, we'll be able to then make sure that you get in contact with the necessary people to
I
get
mean,
the
it's
order
going to really
fulfilled.
suck. It's going to really suck if you win an auction and you've got a really sick deal and then you can't actually get your items.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, fill in the form.
Yeah,
But try
please do that.
and do that. Yeah, you don't have to fill it in for every item that you've won. Try and fill it in after the auction or when you're done. But
Or have it live on your screen while you're watching, and
Exactly.
then
You
only
can just-
submit it when you're done.
100%. If you've only come for shrimp, then once the shrimp are done, we'll let you know. We are going to go through the list.
Yes,
I
we
think
will.
once we start. Andrew says an all male overstock tank is the way to go for cichlids. So for those of you that are planning on doing the cichlids or
Yes.
getting into them,
Yeah.
that's the way to go. Shout out to Andrew. Thank you for that. What is
I
that?
see Luke has put a thing there. What is your favorite fish to breed? Your favorite fish breed?
That's quite tough.
It is a tough one.
That's like, that narrowed down to one. You know what? I'm gonna say Celestial Pearl Danias or Galaxy Rosbora. Like they haven't scientifically, they've got the two names, and you can pick between one. But I think it's a nano fish. It's really beautiful. They breed relatively easily. So my personal experience, I'd say that's favorite.
I think from a color perspective, if you want something to pop in a planted tank, something like an Ember Tetra will always stand up, particularly if they're well fed. They've got a high protein or a good quality diet. The colors will pop. And I recently saw a tank actually with Ember Tetras in a quite a heavily planted tank, and I tell you, it was absolutely stunning.
Cool.
Absolutely stunning.
I once had an Ember Tetra. I got it from a friend.
Just one.
Just one. It came with a whole bunch of other fish,
Yeah.
and he was a diehard. We did fish changes.
Yes,
I rebuilt the tank
Yeah.
during that time.
Yeah.
And he was with us for like over a year.
Yeah,
He
they
has one
last
tiny
time.
little fish.
Yeah.
you're supposed to keep them in schools.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked very well.
Excellent.
Cool.
Okay.
And yeah, cool. Will there be full tank up setups from the given? Unfortunately, not. So in this stream, because it's our first one, it's our first test, we're going to be giving away a couple of filters and some food. I've got a couple of things that I'm going to be giving away.
Yeah.
But no full tank setups.
Not at this stage.
Not at this stage. No. I think at the full, going forward, this is kind of like a test run. But I think based on your guys' feedback and obviously feedback from the suppliers and the breeders, we're going to see how we expand and make it more interesting going forward.
Yeah.
Cool. Any betters? Unfortunately, not.
Not this time around.
Yeah,
no,
not this time.
Not this time around.
I think, you know what, guys? We've got 3 minutes before we actually get into it. Shall we do you want to take us through the list?
Sure.
Like the actual official list?
I can do that. I'm just putting it up in front of me here. Okay, so I'm going to go through from top to bottom to give you an idea of what's coming up. We've got some Rotala, beautiful plant. We've got snakeskin guppies, sunset snakeskin guppies. We've got neon tetras. We've got yellow 24K shrimp. We've got, again, platinum guppies.
Okay, those are mine.
They are, yeah. We've got some guppy grass to give away. People seem to really enjoy that as well. We've got pygmy corridoras. We've got bumblebee gobies, blue dream shrimp. Siamese algae eaters, always very popular. Kahaku swordtails. We've got some yellow priscilla tetras, which are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, those are really
stunning.
Actually, you know what? Kind of when it comes to the favorite fish breed, if we didn't have to choose just one, it's pretty high up on the list. It's a very cool fish.
They're absolutely stunning. I've lost my spot now. Okay, here we go. We've got some other just general variegated guppies. We've got rabbit snails. We've got glass catfish, which are also very cool fish.
That's a really cool fish. I've seen them in person from the supplier.
Yes.
We'll give a bit of a shout out just to let you know where all these fish are coming from in a second. But yeah, very cool fish.
Then we've got some shrimp. We've got some fire red shrimp, also nice and bright, beautiful shrimp. We've got some half beaks, which are also an unusual
very
fish.
unusual.
So we'll chat about those when we get there.
Yeah,
but we've got some half beaks as
well.
For
those of you that watched my last video when I did kind of like the tour of my room, the half beaks are in one of my tanks.
Yes.
And it's interesting because it's like the bottom half of its beak, I suppose. The mouth doesn't move. It's like a little
That's
thing
right.
at the top.
They're
very interesting.
Pretty bizarre.
Fish.
We've got those Jack Dempseys we spoke about, and we've got some nice video footage of those. They're stunning. We've got some plecos coming up. We've got common bristlenose, we've got albino plecos, and we've got some super red baby plecos as well. We've got cherry barbs, we've got black widow tetras, we've got some orange pumpkin shrimp, also lovely stock there. We've got some crebensis, golden apple snail. We've spoken about the Lake Katubu rainbows, those cichlids. We've got purple snakeskin lace guppies. We've got carbon release shrimps. We've got something special with the culls, but we'll talk about that just now. We'll talk about what culls are, and we'll chat more about that when that comes out. Yeah, some you shrimp people out there's something coming your way. Then we've got the zebra obliquidans that we spoke about earlier, that cichlid. And then we've got some lights and an air stone and some filters to that you become aware of. We've got some Moscows for guppies. We've got blue, green, and black Moscows. We've got platinum koi guppies. We've got mollies, juvenile sort of mollies. We have sunset guppies. We have red tuxedo guppies. We have full red guppies. We've got green cobra guppies.
Okay, we got a ton.
We got guppies. We got
guppies.
We're taking care of the guppies. We then got and some more mixed female guppies actually, and we'll talk about why those are special.
That's very special
later on.
Yes,
we'll talk about that later on.
Stick around for that.
And then we've got a beautiful breeding pair of black lyre-tail mollies, which are absolutely gorgeous. So that pretty much covers the list.
It's a
very varied list. There may be some surprises down the line.
100%.
And we'll play it by ear as it goes. But
I think it's worth mentioning that 90% of the stuff that's on the list is quite easy to look after. I'm not going to speak for the cichlids. Yeah, please don't quote me on this. But the guppies, the mollies, the shrimp, all these things are life bearers or easy to breed in the tank. So if you are also new to the hobby and you're looking at getting something new for a new tank or something fresh just to like liven up what you already have at home, a lot of these things are going to be best suited for you or well suited for you. Sorry about the little thumbs up and things happening. What we will do is I think we'll talk through them as we go through the auction. So it's 10 past.
But just before you start that, there is a question from Peter. Will you share photos before we start bidding?
Well,
so maybe just speak to that.
I saw that. Yeah. So basically what we want to do, guys, is we're going to go through what this auction's going to look like now. You know, there's a lot of people here, and I think it's time we get started.
I think so too.
Essentially, what we're going to do, if I can just take us through it, is we're going to say, cool, bidding starts now on the specific item. We will call out the item before the bidding starts. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to cut to either some photos or a slideshow or some live video footage of these items, whether it be, you know, livestock or equipment. Some of the equipment we're going to just show you guys live on screen. And for what it's worth, about 80 to 90% of the stuff is actual footage of the items that you're going to buy. So basically, when you're bidding on some of the guppies, you're going to see the actual guppies that you're bidding on, and if you win them, you know, those are the fish that you're getting. So that's kind of why we've gone the whole live stream route, because it just gives you a little bit more. You get to see what you're bidding on versus where, you know, on the WhatsApp auctions that I've been a part of, there's either been a singular image or just the name.
Yeah, that's some limitations.
100%. And being able to see the actual fish, not just a picture of a fish, is quite, I don't know, to me personally, it was quite appealing. So,
correct.
Are they celestial pilder? Unfortunately not. Definitely at the next one. They're currently breeding. They
next one, definitely.
Definitely.
Not today.
100%. Okay, guys, I think we're going to start. So just quick recap on the rules. I'm gonna call out, well, Arthur's going to be calling out the list for us. We're going to then cut to that image or video of whatever it might be. Once we confirm a bidding winner, or if there are multiple lots, we'll call out your names as confirmation in the chat or obviously live. And then after that, you'll just obviously go and fill in that form. So once again, it is pinned in the comment section. We will send it again throughout the stream, just to remind you guys that once you're either done bidding or the auction has completed, you need to go and fill in that form so that we can get in touch with you and obviously 100%. Assign that stock to you and get you in touch with the breeders where necessary. Cool. Are we ready to begin? What are we starting with first?
Okay, so let's get the show on the road, so to speak.
Sorry.
Not yet. Okay.
Trevor's just asked, where do we bid? So guys, you're going to be bidding in the comment section. Obviously, there's a very minute delay within the stream, but the comment section is live. So just a heads up, if you can see in the comment section, there's a top comment list and there's a live chat. Please switch to the live chat now, because that is where we're going to be. That's what we're viewing. And that is how we're going to dictate, you know, who's actually won those bids and the confirmed bids after one another. So essentially, once we start an item, you're going to comment where you are commenting right now, and you're going to place your bids like that. Does that answer the questions? I see Shani and Trevor's been asking the same question. Very nice list of things. Okay, well, for those of you that have missed the list, we've got a very variegated, like, we've got fish, we've got shrimp. I think let's get into
something for everybody.
You guys have been waiting.
Yes.
So what are we doing first?
Okay. So the first up, we're going to do Rotala.
Okay.
That's a beautiful plant for your tank.
Cool.
We are putting up first 10 centimeter long rootless stems of this plant.
And what is the bid price?
Okay, so the reserve price is 120 rand.
Okay, cool.
So for 100, so that's just 20. Just to say again, it's 20 let's try that again. 20 10 centimeter long rootless stems.
I'm going to go ahead and say that the bidding starts now. We're cutting to so you can see what you're actually buying. The picture in the left, is this actually the picture of the plants that we're bidding on?
That comes from the supplier directly.
Okay, fantastic. And then obviously the one where it's in his hand, you can see this is what it looks like outside of the tank. Beautiful plant. I think it's very cool. In my personal experience, Rotala is a very easy plant to grow. I don't have one that looks this red. In one of my tanks here, I do have quite a bit of Rotala, and it grows quite easily for me. Mine kind of gets pink closer towards the top. Look, I think it needs highlight.
It does, and the supplier did say to me that you know, to get that kind of bright red from it, it probably needs a good injection of CO2. However, it will grow perfectly fine in a tank without CO2.
Okay.
But if you want to get that bright red, then you're going to want to.
So that might be the difference. I've got it in a CO2-less tank. It's growing really well, but I'm not getting that color out of it. It definitely gets pink towards the top, but like that is super vibrant. So I think that might be the difference.
So Vincent's just asked in the chat, where do we bid? He joined a bit late.
Yeah,
Vincent, you did in the chat.
Yeah, right there where you are commenting right now. So the starting bid on this was
120 rand for 20 stems.
Okay, cool. So you could kit out a whole tank easily for 120 bucks. I think that's quite cheap. I remember when I bought it, it was about 60 bucks for a cup, and there was 3 or 4 stems in there, and they melted quite quickly. So a lot of the time when you buy your plants, they've been grown what's it, immersed?
Immersed.
No,
These
yeah,
are actually grown immersed as well. So they will take a bit of a while to get into your tank and to take, to take root. But yeah, they are stunning plants, and they're fairly easy to grow actually.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think, is anyone interested in this? Because I'm not seeing any bids. I don't know if there's confusion on where to bid, but if you guys are, okay, so Shani has just put our first bid that I can see there for 120.
Okay, excellent.
She'd like to take it. Any raises on that, or any what do you call it? I mean, I know in poker it's like I raise you.
Okay, we're not playing poker, but
I know,
so
I know. What do we call it when someone bids?
Yeah, I think
higher
you
than someone
raised the
else?
bid.
Yeah,
I think.
suppose
I don't know.
raising
I
the
think
bid.
so, yeah.
Currently confirmed, we've got Shani at 120 Rand. If anyone else, Luke Fleming, no. Okay, Trevor Hankey, 150. Not in for plants. Music too loud. Okay, thanks
Thanks
for
for the
letting us
feedback.
know.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring that down.
Okay.
That's a bit better. Let me know, guys. We got Trevor Hankey confirmed in at 150 bucks. Trevor with 150.
RJ Vlog says he's not in it for the plants. Hang in there. Hang in there. Plenty of fish to
It's
come.
just the first one that's plants. So we're going
Yep.
straight into fish after that.
Plenty of fish and shrimp to come.
Alrighty, guys. I don't want to spend too much time
No.
on this, so I'm going to give it another minute. If anybody wants these plants more than Trevor, you've got a bid higher than 150.
Shani,
Otherwise, it is
make a
going
decision.
to- Yeah, Shani, are you keen? Do you want to go for them?
Okay, keeping an eye on things there. Looks like Trevor's holding
Yeah,
strong.
Looks like Trevor's the one, eh? I
Yeah.
tell you what.
Oh,
we're
there we
gonna
go. There's Shani on
Oh,
155.
155. Okay. We're going to keep it
So-
for a little longer.
So Trevor, ball's in your court.
Yeah. I must admit, I think definitely for me, I would love to test this in a tank with CO2. I'd
Yeah.
love to see if I can get them that
To
green.
get that color, yeah. Yeah.
I must have, there are probably different kinds of Rotala, so to be fair, I
Yes.
don't know if I might just have a different
Yeah,
kind.
this one is called Blood Red for that reason. It's a blood
I
red
suppose,
Rotala, so
yeah,
that's,
that would make a lot of sense.
I see Trevor's come back with
We've got a bidding wall.
165.
We've
Yeah.
got a bidding wall, 165.
Shani, are you going to anything further than that? Are you going to
165 confirmed bid.
go above that?
Let's see.
We won't sit too long on this
Guys,
one. but,
is the music better? Just quickly, Andrew, if you could let me know there. I did drop it quite a bit. 170, Vincent coming in
Hey,
hot. Okay,
sniper.
guys.
Mm.
Vincent with the last confirmed bid at 170. I'm going to say going once. Anybody? Going twice?
Yeah, Trevor, 175.
175 there for Trevor. Okay.
Shani, are you in?
Guys, come on, let's close it off. Someone would say 200. Let's close this bid down. I want to get to the fish. Trevor really wants them. Yes, he does.
Clearly.
Fantastic. All right, guys.
Okay, there we are. Vincent at 180. Yeah.
It's Trevor and Vincent. There they go.
Yeah.
There they go. Okay. Any better than 180?
Okay, Trevor.
All right, he got Trevor.
200.
200. There we go.
Okay.
Are we beating that? Are we calling it there? I want to give Vincent a chance.
Yeah, give Vincent
because I
a
can
chance to
see
come
he's
back,
also
yeah.
interested in this.
Let's put a timer on, sort of say
Guys,
half a minute. and
going
then-
once, going twice. Anybody else further than 200? I think let's
We'll call it.
call it there. 200. Salt to Trevor. Thank you very
Well
much.
done, Trevor.
That was quite intense for some plants, man. Really well done. Fantastic.
Excellent. Okay.
Awesome, guys. Okay, so
Right.
Trevor, that's confirmed to you. When you're done, obviously, just fill in that form. Don't forget to do that. What are we going into next?
Okay. So Shani and yeah, maybe this is one you can bid on as well.
I really like this. Vincent's like $100 each. Can we split? And I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
the
community.
whole point of this,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
That's the whole point of this, is to grow the community, get access to cool stuff for
Absolutely.
good prices. So
Yeah.
this is completely allowed. Go
Do
ahead.
it.
You know,
Yeah,
if you're doing
do
your
it.
own deals in between, go for it. 100%.
Okay. So next up, guys, this is for the guppy folks. We have Sunset Snakeskin Lace guppies, and this is a trio, and the reserve price is $100. So
Hold on. Sorry, I'm seeing that there's a problem here. So some guys are
is
saying
there? Okay.
that there's a delay on the chat. Guys, just again, heads up, there are two chats. There's a top chat and there's a live chat, and we're running off the live chat. So the top chat, YouTube decides like what goes to the top and what not. So the live is the most reliable one to comment in, and we have noticed that problem
Yes.
before, where commenting on the top chat actually just doesn't show up in the live chat at all. So
Yeah.
chat is delayed. Yeah, so just make sure that you guys are commenting on the live chat, because those are really instantaneous. Cool. Sorry, you said the next
Okay,
one.
so let's go back to that one. This is
Yeah.
again for the guppy folks.
Cool.
We have Sunset Snakeskin Lace. It's a trio, so it's 1 male and 2 females. The reserve bid is $100.
Cool, and the bidding starts now. These are quite pretty. So obviously those black ones are the females.
Correct.
And then, sure,
Correct.
That's quite nice. Just want to see here. No delays on my end. Yeah, guys. So
Yeah.
once again, live chat. That's the place to be. If you're
Yeah,
on the top comment
absolutely.
section. Unfortunately, we'd love to accommodate everyone, but live chat's where it's at. We've done
Correct.
vigorous testing
Yeah.
with this, and that is the most accurate, the most reliable. We've tried it on different connections, on phones and laptops and etc. Top chat is something, unfortunately, that YouTube dictates like where it comes
Yeah.
out. I'm just going to post the starting price here.
Yes,
So
do
the
that.
Sunsets,
It's
are
$100 for the trio.
at $100 for a trio.
And these are the actual fish that you'll be buying or bidding on. They
Yes.
come straight out of one of my tanks.
Okay, so this is the live footage. So guys,
Yeah.
if you buy these, if you win this auction, these are the exact fish that you're going to get. They look really healthy.
They are healthy.
How long have you had them?
This is for quite a bit of time. They breed prodigiously. They're
They're guppies.
yeah, fair enough. But they they started out with a small stock, and they just seem to be very happy where they are, and it's a strain that has just kept giving basically.
Okay, cool. Guys, we haven't seen any bids on this. I'm just checking. I am in the live chat. Is anyone going to bid on these? Otherwise, we can move on.
We can move on.
Just want to double check. Let's give them a minute.
Okay.
So we've got quite a few more viewers that have joined us. Welcome to all the new guys that didn't join us right from the start. Glad to have you here. I think I'm going to say going once. You guys can buy them for the reserve price. So if someone bids $100, they're yours. If no one bids higher than yours,
100%.
So the bids are starting at the reserve prices. You guys are welcome to buy them at those prices.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not seeing any interest.
No
I think
interest
let's
in
call
these.
it there.
Okay.
We're gonna go. We could potentially come back to them if you guys are interested.
Just make a note in the chat.
Oh well, I said the sunsets are there. Like I don't think people are keen on that.
No,
So
clearly not.
we'll chat. We'll see you later. If we
So
have
they'll
a
just
couple
stay in my tanks for now.
well,
Yeah.
they're pretty fish.
They are pretty fish. Okay.
Maybe I'll dedicate some tank space to them in the future.
Okay, all
Awesome.
good.
What
Right.
are we going into next?
Okay, so the next one is a staple of the aquarium hobby. Has been around for decades.
I can only imagine what it is.
Okay, it is the neon tetra.
Yeah.
These have been around for a very long time. We have a group of 6 neon tetras, and they are going with a reserve price of 72 Rand.
Cool. So that's
72 Rand for 6 neon tetras.
Neon tetras at 72 bucks.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. These are also actual live. This is live footage
Yes.
of the fish.
Yes.
So you can see they're quite small. They're quite young, which is nice for me personally. Like if
Yeah.
I see a young healthy fish and I buy that, then I know it's going to live its lifespan with me. You
Yes.
know, generally when you buy fish, that's kind of the case. But sometimes when they sit in pet stores, they sit there for quite a while,
Yeah.
and you end up buying a fish that you wouldn't maybe know
Yes.
has actually already lived out like maybe half its life.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of fish, I mean, they live what 2 or 3 years. It's not
Absolutely.
an incredibly long lifespan.
Yeah.
So when you see something like this, you know you're getting a fish that's going to stay with you.
Yeah.
Become
Look, and
part
I
of the
think
family.
because of the coloration and the ease, of accessibility to these fish, a lot of people get into the aquarium hobby, particularly the kids, get into
Yeah.
the aquarium hobby with a neon tetra because it also sounds cool.
I've got neon tetras that
Yeah.
I've had. They're going on 2 years now. I bought them from a pet store, and they were actually
Yeah.
quite sickly. They didn't
Yes.
do that great.
Yeah.
They've been thriving in the tank,
Yes.
and they become massive. They really are.
Yeah, they do. They
like-
get quite. They do
about
get quite
that
large.
size.
Yeah.
Quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We have quite a bit of bidding action here. Last confirmed bid, RJ Vlogs at 110.
110.
Is each lot from a different supplier? So no. So okay, I think just while this bid is running, you guys can continue. We have a couple of different suppliers. So some of the fish, well, most of the shrimp are coming from my side.
Yep.
Art is supplying quite a bit of the fish. We've also got MF Aquatic, so that's Mad Fish. That's from Stefanus. Who else do we have? You've got the list of
We've
suppliers.
got Grant's Fancy Guppies.
Okay.
He supplied a lot of the guppies.
I can only imagine what he's supplying from the.
Yeah, he gets from the name, No, thanks, genius. And we've got we got a couple of other gents who are, not necessarily running it as a business as such, but who
Yes.
are hobbyists,
Okay.
who are
alright.
very keen on breeding and who and developing plants and so forth. And they've also come to the
So
party.
to answer that question, when it comes to couriers, we're obviously going to be putting you guys in touch with the suppliers
Yes.
for the items that you've won off the auction.
Yeah.
So you would be arranging with them for couriers. It's cheaper that way,
Yes.
rather than consolidating everything to one location and then shipping from there. Then it's like it's
Yeah.
double
Look,
couriers.
at the end of the day, if if you win a bid and you want to connect up with, say 2 or 3 suppliers, and you can arrange to have it done as a consolidated thing, if that's what you want, well, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But that'll be winner's discretion, basically.
I think, guys, I see here lots of bids on the guppies. Just again, a reminder to be on the live chat. So if you're on your phone and you're looking at the comment section, right at the top there should be a drop down list, one being live chat and top comments, and just make sure that you're on the live chat, not sorting via top comments.
Okay.
Last recognized bid is 120 for Shani on those 6 neon tetras. Trevor Hankey, I second. What are you seconding? Do you
Trevor,
also-
were you keen on the guppies? I know you enjoy your guppies, so this is just something we need to iron out.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of people are complaining about the comments. I'm not sure if it is actually a comment issue or if it's just the live chat versus That's a good question, Vincent. Asking, getting in touch with someone else. I think that's something we'll have to think of going forward, because it's just from a safety perspective, we wouldn't want to be publishing contact details on a public forum like this. I do think if it's a case of, get to the good part. Yeah, on WhatsApp, I think I'm not sure if you guys could contact each other through YouTube. It's definitely a good question, something to consider in the future. What we could do is we'll keep track of it here, and then once you guys have filled in the forms, if you don't win any items of your own accord but you're sharing with someone else, fill in a form for us so we have your contact details, and then for this live stream we'll put you guys in touch. We'll make sure that gets done. All right, cool. I'm going to call it on that one.
Yeah. So
we've got Shani taking the 6 neon tetras at $120. Yes, Vincent. Yeah. So like we said, if you're sharing with someone and you haven't, we'll keep track of it here, and then obviously we'll just put you guys in touch. I think we'll share email addresses. I think that'll be the safest way, or cell phone numbers. I don't think. Then it's up to you guys. You can figure out how that's going to work with you. Fantastic. Okay. So just the confirmation once again, Shani, well done. 6 neon tetras, $120. That's yours.
Okay.
Cool.
So now let's get on to some shrimp. Yes. And a lot of people are waiting.
Everyone has been waiting for shrimp.
Okay. So these are the yellow 24K shrimp. There are 10 of them, and the starting bid is $200.
Yeah. Cool. So guys, I can be honest with you guys. These come from me. Currently a very, very strong line that I have.
They're actually beautiful.
Happy. They're amazing.
Strong color.
They're breeding like crazy. They're quite vibrant. You'll see there in the second clip, quite a vibrant, color of shrimp, and they've really been thriving. Out of all my shrimp, I would say they breed the fastest. Everything's thriving, but these guys really are just pumping out like a crazy amount of babies. They eat well. Every time I go to the tank and I drop in food, they're there instantly, like it's a big thing. And 250, Vincent, cool, confirmed. Vincent's on 250. RJ, you came in just after him, so I'm going to recognize his. RJ at 260, that's recognized. So yeah, I think the cheapest that I've seen these shrimp in a shop were, I think it was 60 Rand a shrimp.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Generally, Neocaridina is between 60 and 90 Rand, depending on what kind and which shop you go to. So I think it's a good deal starting out there. 300 for Vincent, confirmed. These messages are coming in really fast, so I don't know for the guys, for the guys that were experiencing the delays, just please once again make sure that you're on the live chat and not on the top comments. Okay, Kevin Blackmore 320 confirmed.
Okay, so while this is going on, tell us a little bit about your feeding of these shrimp.
That's an interesting question. So I get that question quite a lot. I think I'll definitely have to make a video on this
100%,
specifically.
100%.
350 Vincent confirmed. So food wise, I like to vary the food. So generally through research, through experience, and through more expertly opinionated shrimp keepers, I've been told that shrimp need a high protein diet, but the cheat code is that the protein source needs to be split. So you need 50% plant protein, something like your spirulina tabs, your algae, your biofilm, whatever it might be, and then 50% animal protein.
Right.
So, and generally, like, if you know, a lot of people don't actually know it, but a lot of fish flakes are high in protein, but they're animal-based
Yes.
proteins.
Yes.
And whereas like your spirulina, high protein once again, but it's a plant-based protein. So the secret for me that has definitely made a big difference is splitting that. So if I'm feeding twice a week, one will be with plant-based protein like a fish flake or, you know, a pellet or whatever the case might be, and then plant-based protein, and that can be anything. That can be spirulina tabs, it can be actual blanched veggies.
Yes.
That's kind of up to
Spinach or
you.
whatever.
Yeah. And then in between that, again, just keeping some leaf litter, keeping something that grows biofilm really nicely. Your tank should be doing that.
Yes.
But cinnamon sticks work really well. Almond leaves, or caterpillar leaves, as other people know them, and then wood. Just having
wood.
general, the mapani worm, the
Mapani
mapani wood.
wood,
Yeah. So those
These
kinds
are
of
Mapani
things.
worms out.
Yeah. You basically have your two feedings, which will be the split proteins, and then in the tank itself there'll be
Right.
plenty of algae and biofilm that they'll graze on.
So I mean,
We got just an update. We got
see that.
400 on Vincent as the highest bid. Does anyone want to go above that? 10, 24k golds. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we can
We've got
come
plenty
back
of
to it.
others as well.
I do. Yeah, there's a lot of shrimp and quite a big list to get through, guys. So 400 for Vincent. Going once. Anybody else that's keen? Going twice. Okay, sold. Vincent, that's yours. Well done. I'm going to cut us back here. Right, Vincent, $400. Thank
Excellent.
you very much.
Well done.
What are we doing next?
Right, next one, back to some guppies. We have got some platinum guppies.
Fantastic.
Now, this is a very cool lot because we've got a bit of a surprise for you guys here. There's no reserve bid.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. There is no reserve bid.
And how many guppies are we doing?
So we've got several lots available. We're going to start with 10.
Okay.
We can always come
10.
back to it if the interest is high.
Guys,
But
3
10
guppies.
essentially,
literally,
free
like
guppies.
you could technically bid R1
correct.
and get 10 guppies for
Yeah.
R1. And these are beautiful fish. They're
Yeah.
actually in my tank right now.
They're gorgeous.
And amazing. And
Yeah.
for what it's worth, they've actually become accustomed to me. So when I approach the tank, they all come like crazy. Like if you put your fingers in, obviously just wash your hands before you stick your fingers in your tank.
Yeah.
If you put your fingers in, they'll come
They
and
come.
nibble.
They come
It's
to nibble,
so
yeah.
cute. It's really honestly a very entertaining fish to have. So we've got someone. Sorry, BJ and Vincent. Those bids were after we closed. So that's just for the shrimp. We're currently on 80 Rand for RJ Vlogs for the guppies. 10 guppies, guys. $80, $100.
100 bucks in.
Flanta
Yeah.
Slays. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Flanta and Andre are your message came in at the same time, so we're going to go with Flanta because he came in first. RJ Vlogs, the 110. These are all males. These are all males, Peter, and they are purebred. So you could use them to create your own line.
Stock.
You could swap them. I mean, if you cross them with a different kind of line, I think it would really give you some very interesting coloration. They really are beautiful. And for what it's worth, also, like, there's a bit of a greenish tint because my tank was dirty. I do apologize for that one. But they really are a striking white, sort of silver platinum look. They really
Well, the
live
right
up to
lighting
that.
as well, they pop.
100%. Yeah. So whatever you end up crossing these guys with, I think is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Yes, they are all males.
Yeah.
That's correct. 120, Andre, confirmed as the last bid price that I can see here.
Just a reminder again for folks, make sure you're on the live chat,
Yes, live
not
chat.
on the top chat. Just to make sure that you are up to speed with as the messages, as the bids come through, that you are up to date. So make sure you're on the live chat.
I think we're going to go once. Go once for Andre, 120, 10 of these purebred male guppies. Going twice. Anybody else? I think it is Andre's. Cool. We're going to close that bid off.
120.
120 for 10 male guppies.
That's a
of the
steal.
platinum. That is a steal.
That's a steal.
12 Rand a
Top
guppy.
quality guppies as well. Yeah.
Purebreds.
Yeah.
12 Rand a
That's
guppy.
an
That
absolute
is-
steal. Well done.
That is the point of this. That is what we're here for. Cool. What are we doing next?
Right, so the next one, I'm just bringing it over here. Next thing we've got is we have
okay.
some guppy grass. Now, this is a staple in guppy tanks. It's great for the fry to swim into and hide from any cannibalistic parents. And it comes in a little tub, looks like this. And that's
Hold
the
on,
size of the tub. Can we get
I'm going to just cut you back.
Yeah, cut back to a tighter
go.
view. There we go. So it's a tub of guppy grass.
So this is
And,
the actual tub.
This
That's
is
the
the
size.
actual
That's
tub.
the
This is
kit.
exactly what you're going to get. It's a tub, water, and guppy grass packed inside, and this is going for $20. And
a
again,
good starting
depending
price, yeah.
depending on the interest, we may be able to come back to it. We do have several of these available as well. So we'll start with one, and we'll see the interest. Maybe come back to it later.
Yeah, fantastic.
But
I
yeah,
think this is really cool. I mean, this looks to me like it's going to grow really fast.
it does grow incredibly quickly.
If I had to compare this with another plant, I would say it looks like hornwort, but it's like a flatter leaf.
Yeah.
And this is perfect
Yeah.
for breeding guppies, guys. For those
Yeah.
of you that have or know of guppies or don't, breeding guppies is really easy.
Yeah.
They do all the work. The secret to it is keeping the babies alive. So the parents will predate on the guppies. And I actually did some research on this recently. The reason they do that is to test out the instinct. So if a baby is born and doesn't already have the instinct
Yes.
to hide, it's
Yeah.
probably going to die
Yeah.
when another predatory fish comes around. That's why the parents do it themselves.
Yes.
So I think this is the perfect type of thing if you're looking at breeding guppies in the future.
100%.
Definitely worthwhile.
And I have
There's been
found
some crazy interest in this,
it
man.
is,
We've got
yeah.
Shani with the last confirmed. Oh, Trevor, $60.
Yeah.
But you said like you do have quite a bit of this.
I
So
do have a
we
lot
could
of it.
potentially
It does grow prodigiously. So
Yes.
you put it in your tank. It doesn't need to be rooted. It can float in the tank, which is
Okay.
lovely because the fry tends will go to the top. They'll find
100%.
the refuge there.
Yeah.
And you leave it in your tank. And a tub like this, you give it a couple of weeks, and you're going to have a lot more.
Yeah.
It
100%.
really is a great grower. Hornwort you mentioned. Hornwort's another great grower in your tanks. It serves the purpose well, as well as this stuff does. But this is great.
I think it's also worth mentioning having stuff like this not only for the growing of guppies. If you're setting up a new tank, it's got high nitrate, high ammonia.
Correct.
Chucking in something
is
like
brilliant.
this, you could just float it.
Yeah.
It grows really fast.
Yeah.
Helps cycle a tank
It's
much quicker.
correct.
Something I
Absolutely.
use for my shrimp tanks quite
Yeah.
regularly.
Absolutely.
We've got the highest bid
60,
currently
eh?
is $60. Trevor was first with 60. Peter, and then just the other day between the two species of plants. Okay, cool. So Peter with the last bid at $60
That's
there.
the same as Trevor.
Oh, sorry, no. Trevor, yes.
Trevor was
Sorry,
first with 60.
Trevor was first. If anybody wants to beat that, let's go once on this. $60 for Trevor. I think we're sticking to that. Peter, do you not want it? 65. All right, cool. Let's call it. We're
can
sold
call
for
it.
Trevor
At 60, yeah?
at 60, but we can give it to Peter as well.
As
You've
well,
got-
we can,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Peter, just confirm in the chat if you do want it at 60. We can do 2 lots, and then Shani as well. If you want to do it at 60, you've got enough, right?
correct.
Yeah,
100%.
Okay, so we can do it for. Okay, Peter, you're definitely keen. So I tell you what, guys,
Yeah.
just confirm in the chat. Just give us a yes on guppy grass. For those of you, Trevor, you've won the auction. But if Shani and Peter want to, just say yes, guppy grass, and then we'll reserve lots for you
Yeah.
guys as well. All right.
Okay, perfect.
Lekker.
Lekker.
What's next?
Lekker.
What's next?
Right, coming up next, we now have pygmy corridoras.
Ah,
Now, I love these fish. I've got several in some of my tanks, and they are tiny, but they are incredibly cute.
okay.
What's different about these guys is that unlike most of the corridoras that are going to swim around your substrate, these guys tend to hover. So they use their little fins and they kind of hover up in the air a little bit, and they're just a lot of fun to watch.
So
They're
they're-
real characters.
They're a bit more fish than bottom feeder.
Correct. Absolutely. And this is a group of 5, and it is going for $100. Group
Cool.
of 5 pygmy corridoras for $100.
Just a quick confirmation. Peter and Shani are both going to take your,
Okay, excellent.
guppy grass. So we'll reserve 3 lots.
I was
for
gonna
all
stick
3
that
of
onto
you
the
guys
list now, yeah.
on that. Cool. What was the
Okay,
starting
so
bid
it's
on
5 pygmy corries for $100.
5 Corys, $100.
Yeah.
So that's the reserve price. I put it in the chat, guys. Personally, I've had Corys before. I had albino Corys. They were quite big. They were about that size. Interesting fish. Kind of freaked me out when I first got them because they're like bolted to the top of the tank.
Yes,
and
they do
came
that,
back down,
yeah.
and then they blow out bubbles. And
Yes.
I was worried
Yes.
that it was glass surfing. I thought maybe they
Right,
stressed out. There's
right.
something wrong with them. It's just what they do. It's
Yeah.
just what they do.
They do have a similar breathing apparatus to the betters, that they actually can breathe oxygen.
Interesting.
They can. They
Interesting,
ship
yeah.
to the top. It's not because you don't have enough oxygen in your tank. It's just a behavioural thing that they do.
Cool.
And
We've got a lot of
it's-
interest here, guys. I'm going to confirm Vincent at 185. That's the highest bid I've seen so far and the most recent. A lot of interest on the Corys. You guys like Corys. Interesting.
It's some of my favourite fish. I must be honest. I do love them.
Stefanos has said the
Yeah.
same thing. He loves Corys.
Yeah.
I personally don't see the just because when I compare them to a pleco,
Yeah.
I'm a pleco guy.
Right.
You know, but
Okay.
everyone's got their opinions,
Sure.
and they are pretty fish. Like I can appreciate them.
Yeah.
I think maybe just my sort of traumatic experience with the like up and down, you know, has kind of put me off them.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
anybody want to go
Yeah,
higher
cool.
on that? It's 5 Corys, 185 for Vincent. Let's say going once. That was a lot of action real quick. Vincent loves the Corys. I tell you what, Vincent, let's call it there, 185.
185.
Cool. They are yours.
185.
Fantastic. Alrighty, this is working well, guys.
This
What do you
is
think?
nice.
Like, if you guys have feedback for us, just drop it in the
Pop it
comments
in the
section.
comments, yeah.
We're obviously we are saving this video, so we're going to be going through it and iterating when we go forward. Obviously, we want to make sure that we improve wherever we can.
Yeah,
So if you have any
correct.
feedback for us, just drop it in the comments. Oh, thanks, Alicia, for 190. Do you have more lots of that? Can we offer?
I'm
it
just
to
having a look quickly on the list. We have 2 lots. So
Okay.
yeah.
Alicia, give us a confirmation if you want them at 185 to match Vincent's bid, and you guys can both get a lot of the Corys.
Correct.
Just give us a yes Corys or a thumbs up or whatever it
Yeah.
is. Just confirm that for us on the chat so we can go back to it and have a track record.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. All right, what do we have next?
Okay. Now we have another interesting fish.
Yes,
This is the bumblebee
yes.
goby.
Okay.
So let's get that up and
I'll
show
give you
folks what
guys-
that looks like.
I'll give you guys a rundown because these are in my tank. They're not my fish. They come from Stefanus. He supplied them. Very cool fish, and actually one of the easiest gobies to look after. So
Right.
apparently they're quite aggressive fish, and some of them have like pretty finicky water parameters. These are the easiest. These are like you can chuck them in your tank and they're pretty good. I threw them in this tank with a filter, and I really haven't done anything to them, and they've been doing really well. Generally, when you import fish, some of them will die off.
Yes.
These guys, I haven't actually experienced that, and they're quite healthy and they've done quite well.
So let's tell folks how much. We haven't told them that yet.
I'm so sorry.
Okay,
My
so
bad.
there are
Yeah, yeah.
4 of them. 4 of them going for $80. So $20 a fish. That's an outstanding reserve price, guys.
100%.
So $80 for 4 bumblebee gobies. Let's get those bids coming in, and we can see what happens.
I'm just going to put it in there. 80
Yep,
bucks,
do that.
4 bumblebee gobies.
So Sean
How's
says,
it,
hi,
Sean?
Tristan and friend.
How's it going?
Hi, I'm the friend. I'm Arthur. How's
I
it?
think for all our new viewers, this is Arthur. I'm Tristan.
This is
Simply
Tristan.
Aquatic Arts Fish Room. I think. Awesome. We got RJ at 90 bucks. Megan at 80, but RJ just came in after you. Delene 95.
And Megan
Megan
100.
100. Okay. These are very cool fish, guys. I can fully understand the interest in them. 120 bucks for Ryan, confirmed bid. What are their requirements? So, freshwater fish. A lot of people confuse them and think that they're brackish. That
Yes.
they are a salty water fish. But no, freshwater fish, basic pH. So 7 to 8, 6.5. The thing is that they're quite. They can take water changes. They can be quite adaptable. There's nothing sudden. So don't if they come out. I think my tank is currently sitting at around 7.5. If you take them out of the tank and you just drop them into
Sure.
your aquarium and there's a big
Sure.
jump,
Sure.
it's obviously going to shock the fish.
Yeah.
But other than that, general hardness, they can definitely be considered a community fish.
Yeah.
However, they will go for your shrimp.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Highest recognized bid, I'm going to go to Ryan,
Ryan.
120 bucks. Anybody else want to go for that? We've got 4 bumblebee gobies.
Hey, Sean.
Aggressive. So again, because you get varied range of gobies, these are the easier ones because they're less aggressive.
Yeah,
They
correct.
definitely will nip fins and do things like that if they're in a tightly confined space, but they're actually pretty chill. I mean, there's a whole bunch in that tank, and they haven't
They'll take each other out.
yeah. Feed them regularly and they'll be fine.
And also, if you're going to put them in a planted tank, they're going to, find their own space,
Yeah,
and other fish
yeah.
will find their space, and it's just
Generally-
managing that whole ecosystem, isn't it?
100%. Yeah. So I think a lot of fish, you can manage aggression. It's not like a angel fish, for
Yes.
example. That's a big
Yes,
fish
yes,
and that
yes.
really will seek out stuff
Yeah,
to kill
correct.
it. All right, cool. I think let's call it there. Ryan, they're yours for 120. Delene, if you'd like to match Ryan at 120, we can definitely do another lot for you.
Easily.
Just give us a confirmation in the chat, and then we'll reserve that for you.
So it was 120, yeah?
Yeah. So that was the final price there for
Yeah.
Ryan.
Okay.
It is a dope fish, Vincent. I do agree.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, I'd want them to go into a tank that I've planned for it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't
Right.
just chuck them into anything because you want to see them. They're really pretty
Yes,
fish.
they are pretty.
And unfortunately, that video didn't really do it justice. But definitely, it looks like a bumblebee. It's got the black and yellow and black.
That's right.
Cool. All right,
Okay,
let's move on.
Let's
guys.
move on. Back to some shrimp for the shrimp folks.
Fantastic.
We've got some
I love
lovely Blue Dream shrimp here.
100%.
These are also stunning. We have 10 of them at a starting bid of $200. So
Yep,
20
$20
bucks a
a
shrimp.
shrimp.
Also
Yep.
giveaway price. So Blue Dream shrimp at $20. I'm sorry, let me try that again.
Yep.
10 shrimp for $200.
That's correct. That's correct. That's better. Just to answer the question Preston just gave us, at the top of the chat, there's a pin. You know what? I will send that again. There is a. Sorry, let me just recopy this message. Do you want to do it there? I can't actually copy it from here.
Okay.
So there's a link pinned at the top of the comment section. You're going to go there. It's a Google form. Just fill in all the auctions that you've won. You could do that when if you're done bidding, if you've gotten what you wanted, or at the end of the auction, go and fill in that form. Let us know what you've won. Give us your contact details so we can arrange the shipping and the courier and the connection with the breeders and
100%.
stuff like that.
So while these guys are
RJ Vlogs 250.
okay, while they're doing that, I want to go back to the feeding thing again that we spoke
Yeah.
about earlier. There is a common misperception that you can throw shrimp into a tank, especially the neocaradinas, and you can just leave them, and they will just feed off the biofilm. They will just feed off, community tank. They'll just feed off.
You can. It's
So I mean, what effect does that have in terms of their breeding? Because you spoke just now about the balance of protein for breeding and well-being.
Yes.
If you were just to leave them, then what?
It depends on the tank again. So like a lot of these questions are quite broad based, and I can answer them with it depends on the tank. Like if you look at the footage that's playing right now, it's a 60-liter tank. You can see there's tons of babies. These guys really have bred well for me. I started off with 20. There's probably about 200 or 300 in that tank. And again, neocaridina, a little bit more ravenous than caridina, so
Yes.
you can feed them.
Yeah.
But if you're throwing them into a massive tank where you've got fish and you're feeding the fish, chances are you don't need to feed the shrimp, because they are detrivores, so they will feed
Yes.
off the scraps.
Correct.
If it's a shrimp only tank and it's not big, you don't have a lot of biofilm, stuff like that, feed them.
Yeah.
Again, that can be answered simply with what tank are they going into.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Let's
Alright.
just have a look here. We've got RJ Vlogs 255 is the latest that I've seen. Cool. Going once, guys. 255 for 10 Blue Dream shrimp. Going twice. And sold to RJ Vlogs 255, 10 Blue Dream shrimp. Cool.
Right.
I'm going to cut us back here quickly.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah. What are we doing next?
Okay, next one we're going to go with the SAEs, otherwise known as Siamese algae eaters.
There they are.
These are really popular, not to be confused with the Chinese algae eaters. We'll get into that once I've told you what these are going for. So the Siamese algae eaters, we have 3 of them, and they are going for $60 for the lot. So again,
That's not bad. 20 bucks. a fish.
$20 each. Yeah, you're not going to get that at a pet shop.
No.
So $60 for 3 Siamese algae eaters. Let's get those bids rolling.
Look, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had these in my tank. I was holding them for. This is from Stepanus, right? Amazing fish.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk, like the main thing that the discussion around this will be blackbeard algae, because a lot of people struggle with that in their tanks, and the recommendation is that these guys will eat it, and a mono shrimp will eat it. I can honestly tell you, these guys put damage. They're actually like they'll eat that algae.
Yeah.
Whereas a mono shrimp will graze off of it.
Yes.
And maybe do a little bit of damage, but
Yeah.
your wood is still going to have blackbeard
Correct.
algae. I fed these guys when they first arrived with a piece of wood that had blackbeard algae on it. The next morning, it was clean.
I had a
It
very
was
similar
brand new piece
experience.
of
I actually took 2 of these out of one of my older tanks, and I stuck it into a newer tank that was battling with some blackbeard algae. And I tell you what, I mean, it was like having a vacuum cleaner in there. They were incredible. They just got busy. In a couple of days, all the blackbeard algae was sorted out. Now, we're not going to sit here and guarantee that'll happen in your tank, but we do know that they eat the stuff.
Look, yeah,
and
so I
it's,
think the guarantee of whether they're going to eat it or not is what else is available to them.
Yeah, that's right.
I think as with all aquatic life, generally like fish food and pellets and stuff that we throw into our tanks is made more attractive, right?
Yes.
Like it tastes better,
Yeah,
or they can
yeah.
smell it better. It's designed that way so that it attracts the fish, and obviously they eat higher minerals and whatnot. But these fish, honestly, like they will go for it. I stuck that wood in there before throwing any other food in there.
Yeah.
That was the first thing they
Yeah.
went for. There wasn't even any hesitation.
Yeah.
So I think depending on what else is available in your tank, if you've got a tank with a lot of blackbeard algae, I would say chuck these guys in.
Yes, yes.
And don't feed for a day or two. Let
Yes,
them
that's
go
right.
wipe it out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Earlier I
Just-
mentioned
just
the-
quickly,
yeah.
Yushri Abrams.
Yeah, well,
sorry,
no,
Trevor was first with $100
Yes,
as
that's right.
the last confirmed bid. Yeah, you were
Yeah,
gonna
I
say?
was just saying, I mentioned the Chinese algae eaters earlier. Sometimes, you'll go into a pet store and you'll find Chinese algae eaters and Siamese algae eaters. Personal experience, don't go with the Chinese algae eaters because as they do have a tendency to go onto other fish. If they've been known to kind of take the slime coating or some of the bigger fish. So if you've got them with, particularly the more expensive varieties of
that is quite
you
sketchy.
don't want to do that because it's going to actually damage the fish and make them more susceptible to infection.
The one thing I do know about the Chinese algae eater is that they're quite sensitive fish.
Yes.
They're actually not the easiest to hold
Yeah.
or to keep. Usually, once again, $110,
Yeah.
latest confirmed bid. Guys, we do have a really big list to get through, and we have been here for an hour. So I think, okay, Ryan, 115. Going once. How badly does Yushri want it? Going once. Going twice. You happy to call it?
Yep,
Happy to call
yes.
it. Cool. Ryan, you have won that.
Paul,
I'm
115.
going to fade us back here. So 115 for
115.
Ryan. Yushri, if you'd like to match Ryan at
we can
115,
do that.
we have enough lots to do that. Cool.
Easily.
Just give us confirmation in chat if you'd like to match Ryan on those Siamese algae eaters.
Yep.
And I saw Megan was also interested. So if you're interested and you want to match that, we can do a lot for you guys as well. Just confirm it for us, or when you fill in the form, add it in there so that we can obviously get you
100%.
your livestock. Awesome.
Okay, next one.
I see a message here, Darlene. Get to the good parts. What are the good
What
parts?
are the good parts,
What are
Darlene?
you
What are you
looking
looking
forward to?
What's good for you may not be good for somebody else. So
Yeah.
let's just see. Okay.
Okay.
Next one, swordtails. This is the Kahaku variety.
Kahaku.
Kahaku
Alright.
variety. You'll see that come up on the imaging now.
That's a cool looking fish.
And this is a pair.
Okay.
So $100 for the pair. They are actually and if they are matching bids, maybe I shouldn't say this now, but I'm going
It
to.
does look like brine shrimp, doesn't it? It's orange juice.
There are 2 lots of this, so we actually have two pairs. But let's see how we go.
$100 for Kahaku.
$100 for a pair of swordtails. Kahaku
And breeding
swordtails.
wise? You say they're a pair. Do they
Yeah,
breed?
they
live
are
breeds?
they are breeders. They're live breeders.
Okay.
And in fact, these pairs are raised from fry.
Oh wow.
So
okay, cool.
yeah.
And tank parameters, feeding wise. I don't know these fish.
Very similar to guppies actually. They're just
Okay.
they're not
The
they're
male,
not
that's the male,
picky.
right?
No, that's the female.
Okay, so kind of actually looks like a bit like a guppy. Well, it looks more like a molly, I would say.
Yeah. Look, you can always tell the male swordtails because they've got a swordtail.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I understand. Guys, is anyone interested
Yeah.
in these fish? Breeding pair, $100 starting bid for. Am I saying it right? Kahaku.
Kahaku. Yeah.
Kahaku.
Kahaku. Yeah.
You can drink brine shrimp. It's. I don't know what it tastes like because I haven't actually done that.
Are you gonna try?
No. I don't think I am. Ain't that bad. Well, if we're standardizing it by not that bad.
Jeez, Philip, what have you been drinking, pal?
Oh man,
Yo.
I can send you some juice.
Yo, my goodness.
All right, guys,
protein.
I'm not seeing any confirmed
Yeah.
bids on this, so I think we're going to move on.
Yep, that's all good.
Just to keep it going
Yeah,
because
keep it
Daleen wants to get to those guppies, and we do have them coming up shortly. We've got quite a few more guppies to
We
get
do,
through.
we do.
Cool.
Okay.
What are we doing next?
Right. Beautiful ones we mentioned earlier on. Yellow Pristella tetras.
Oh yes,
These are
favorite.
these are lovely. Okay.
One of my favorites.
So
yeah,
there
definitely.
are 5 of them, and the starting reserve price is $50.
Wow.
So that's
10
also
rand
a
a
steal, eh? Yeah. Yeah.
Can I get some?
No.
I'm not allowed to put.
No, we can't bid on these, so unfortunately
Fair
not. So yellow Pristella tetras, 5 for the starting price or bid of $50.
Daleen just wants guppies and Moscows. We're getting there soon.
They're coming.
We're
They're
getting there
coming.
soon.
Yeah.
Guys, 5. I'm going to put it in the chat here. 5 yellow Pristillas.
Yeah.
How do I spell that? Pristella?
Pristella. Yeah.
Pristella at how much?
50.
$50. Okay, Shani's keen. Vincent's keen. Yaku's keen. Gonna have to go higher than 50, guys. It is a fantastic price. It's a beautiful looking fish. I've seen these in person. And yeah, the tank was a little bit dirty that we shot this in, but they are a striking fish. And for what it's worth, that wasn't a very strong light. I actually had to boost the footage. It was kind of dark.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure if you put this thing in a tank with a 30 or 40 watt light,
Oh, 100%.
it's really going to be
actually
a
shine out,
striking fish. Very, very cool. And as you can see from the footage as well, I was right up there with the
Yes,
camera,
yes.
and they weren't darting around.
No.
It's quite a chilled fish.
Very chilled,
I think it'll go very nicely.
I love that black on the fins as well. It kind of the coloration is
Sort of
fantastic.
Jetline,
yeah,
jetline
it really
look,
is lovely.
Yeah. It's like a colourful ember tetra.
Yes.
It's got a line as well, which is quite
But imagine putting these embers in a tank. Beautiful.
Sorry, not an ember, emperor tetra. Because
Okay.
they've got like that black
They
line that
do,
goes
they
around the
do.
body, yeah.
But-
$100 for
yeah.
Vincent. Philip, my guy, I think we need to order a pizza for you, my man. Like he's eating too much stuff out of the tank.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, technically, I've always wondered, would the water in your tank be quite clean? Because it's super filtered.
Sure.
You've got all these cleaning animals that are
Sure.
like picking
Yep.
at it. You've got
Yep.
tons of plants pulling
Yep.
all the minerals and stuff out.
Yes.
However, I'm not going
No,
to
not going
test
to
it.
try. And yet the truth is, how many of us have drunk tank water, unexpectedly when if you don't have an auto water change,
Surely
for
you
example.
spit that out.
No, of course you do, but I mean, it still goes into your mouth. I mean, you've still got that taste,
That
of
is
that
sketchy. And
we've all done it, eh?
I'm not judging.
No, we've all done it. But you don't intentionally swallow
Yes,
this
the
stuff.
pump thing.
No.
You know what?
No,
Next
that's a
auction, we're gonna
game
have to sell
changer.
a couple of those,
Yeah,
and I'm
that
gonna
pumps
have
are
to
the way to
give
go.
you one.
Yeah. No, I've got one.
Definitely.
I've done way too many mouthfuls of water over the years. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna call it there, Vincent. They are yours for $100. Let's get moving because I don't want to upset Deline. She wants to get to the next.
Is it $100? Eh?
$100.
Okay.
And they're going to Vincent.
Okay. Excellent.
Cool. Well done.
Right.
Beautiful fish. Well done on that one.
Right now, Deline, we're going to guppies, but we're not doing Moscows quite yet. We're doing the variegated guppies. And we've got a pair of variegated guppies. We've got lots of these. A pair going for $50.
$50 a pair.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. RJ, you're a bit late on those on that last bid, but I think we can match it, eh? We've got how many lots of those
Of that?
distillers do we have?
Yeah, we've got plenty.
Okay, cool. RJ, just match Vincent. You can get them for $100 as well. We'll keep 2 lots aside for both of you guys. Cool, guys. We're on the variegated guppies. Once again, fish in my tank. I have this in my previous video if you guys watched it. Very cool fish. I think out of all the guppies, I mean, I've gotten to experience quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Variegated is a really nice strain because you get so many different patterns you guys can see on screen. Obviously, the colors with the males.
Yes,
So
of course. Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
kind of generally how
Yeah.
it goes with the guppies. But very hardy fish. Again, they're happy. If I go up to the tank, they swim up to me. You stick your fingers in.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm also
fish.
as I'm looking at the footage as well, I'm seeing that some of them have got on their bodies a bit of the males in this variety have got a bit of a snake skin on them as well. Now, obviously,
Yeah, definitely.
so the pair will have, you've got the female and the male together. You're going to get a nice brood of
100%.
fry coming up with different varieties. I hope.
And it's worth mentioning, guys, that they've been kept together. So
Yes,
you'll
that's
be
right.
getting a pair, but the female will have already
Oh, yeah.
bred. So
Yeah.
as soon as you chuck them into your tank, probably
Yeah.
be a week or 2 and you'll start having
Yeah,
fry.
correct.
So it is a good deal when it comes to guppies. $50 for the pair,
But
but
you'll
I'm
get
not
more.
seeing. Hey?
$50 for a pair, but you're going to get more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
$50 for the strain. is
Yeah,
actually,
correct,
I
correct,
suppose the
yeah.
way to say it. I'm not seeing any bids on this
No.
one, guys. So I'm gonna go once. Nobody wants it. If I don't see any comments there. Pro tip for people who buy guppies: 9 females, 1 male. If you can actually choose guppies in person, choose the pregnant females. 100%. I stand by that. All right, cool, guys.
Okay, let's
we're gonna cut that one.
Yep.
No one was interested, and we're gonna move on.
Okay, so the next one is something we haven't had yet. We're going to go to snails,
Okay.
and this is the rabbit snail.
One of my favorite snails. I said it in
They
my
are
previous
awesome,
video. It's becoming my favorite snail. How much are they? And how many do we
Okay,
get?
so there are a whole bunch available.
Okay.
But we are starting at a bid of $50.
$50 a rabbit snail is not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's not bad. All right, guys, go for it. $50 a snail. Marissa, right on it. She
that
is
was
not
quick.
even wasting time. That's actually a good question Vincent asked. There's a possibility to do 6 instead of 5. I think have a discussion with the supplier.
Yeah, we
I
can
think,
ask.
we can
can ask.
definitely scale that because there are quite a lot of them
Yes.
in that tank.
Mm.
Yo, Marissa wants them, hey? So again, with the rabbit snails, interesting about these snails is they don't proliferate like other
No,
snails.
not at all.
They do have a high bioload because it's the biggest snail. I mean, they get to about that size.
Yeah.
Fantastic shrimp, fantastic companion
For
to
sure, absolutely.
especially Sulawesi. So I don't know how many of you guys have Sulawesis, but the poop of the snail, as gross as it sounds,
Yeah.
is
Great food.
perfect food.
It's great food.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic food for shrimp. And not only Sulawesi, you can keep it with any kind of Neocaridina, anything with a higher pH. And these snails, you need 2 of them to breed. So I
Yes.
think it's just worth mentioning that if you're buying 1 here, buy 2. Because they're going to breed and they're giving birth to live offspring.
Yes, they do.
So you're never going to find eggs in your tank. They do 1 at a time. So they breed prolifically enough so that you can, once you've got a breeding pair, you'll have them and you can, keep them going as a colony, but they're never going to take over your tank
No, they
like
won't.
other snails do, and you'll be able to see them. It's not a case of like they're
Yes.
going to get lost
Yes.
in the plants
Yes.
because there's snails and stuff.
And they're just
like that.
fascinating. I mean, they're just, yeah. Okay, so we've
Oh,
got...
Marissa says no, that was for the guppies. Which guppies were those? That's variegated.
Yeah,
Okay,
must be.
well, we can confirm that. So you can have that list at the
pair for
$50.
50,
I
yeah.
mean, that was the listing price.
So we
and then
confirming
Megan, are you taking a rabbit snail? I just want to confirm here because I think there is definitely a delay in how these are coming in. Peter, $55. They're so ugly, they're cute. Yep, I agree. They do look like rabbits. Look, it is good to mention that once they get that big, that's what they look like.
Yeah.
So they do start out quite
They
small.
do start small.
But yeah, it's depends. Like, and what I have also found, because I do have them, they're breeding in the tank. You'll get different, like, you know, if they're breeding, they're gonna have different sort of patterns and stuff. They don't all look.
Identical.
I can't really say that on YouTube, I suppose, but we all know what they look like. All right, sweet. Peter Franklin, 55, and Megan at 50 was before that. Anybody else want to go higher on those? I think we're gonna call it there. Going once, going twice.
Got 2 lots, eh? Got the 2 bidders.
Okay. All right. Well, let's call it there, Peter. They are yours at $55. Megan, if you'd like to match that $55, you can get a snail. They do actually look like an elephant, Peter. Philip, sorry, I do agree. Cool. So for you guys, $55. If you each want to have one of those snails, you can. Right. What do we have now? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, these are fun.
These are cool.
These are really cool. Okay, this is the glass catfish.
Such an interesting fish. Well, give them the price.
Okay, yeah.
And then we
so
can talk about
let me tell you. So we've got 3 of them, a lot of 3, and they are going. The bidding price is $90. The starting bid is $90.
$30 a fish.
$30 a fish. And
that's not a bad price.
No, not
I
at
think
all.
it's a very interesting looking fish.
But they're fun to watch because where else do you don't often see a fish that's see-through. So it's
My
all the
mind
organs
is like,
are
how does
there,
it
and
work?
it's yeah.
Because you can't. I mean, obviously the organs and stuff is all in the front.
That's
not
right.
here.
Yeah.
And it's just they're really cool. They get about this size.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
I've seen them in real life as fully grown. Very cool fish. Very interesting. Definitely a conversation starter. Someone had to come to my house and I had that.
No,
thing.
they always ask about that.
People
And also,
be
if you have the
like,
right
"What
lighting,
is
you can
that?"
see the iridescence that comes off them too. So when they are swimming around the tank and they catch light in a certain way, you get that fantastic iridescent rainbow that comes
100%.
off them as well.
I think it's worth saying that they're basically like neon fish. You can see through them.
Yeah.
But they've got like a tilt shift, color shift.
Absolutely.
With,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like that
Like that,
picture over there
yeah.
they're kind of purple. That's quite cool. Okay, we got Marco in at 100. They look great under RGB lighting. That would
Yes,
make sense.
absolutely.
Yes. Obviously, because of the different reflections off of them.
Mm.
Very interesting fish. I've seen them kept in a community tank with cories, with, funny enough, angelfish.
I haven't seen that.
It's a very big tank though. So once again, just coming back to that, does this fish go with this fish? Will this one eat that one? It depends on the tank. There's ways that you can get around with certain behaviors depending on the tank. If it's big enough, if there's enough plants. But I've seen this kept in a community tank at Stefanis's house, and tons of snails, tons of fish, even had angelfish in there, and they were all living together quite well.
Yeah.
So very cool. We've got Marco at $100. Does anybody want to go higher than that? Always the talk of my tank. Well, there we go. Yeah. So people, this is definitely very
It's a conversation starter.
100%.
People aren't used to seeing transparent fish.
When I got there, I was like, "What is that?
Yeah.
How does that
Yeah.
work?"
No, it's fascinating.
All right, cool. I'm gonna call it there. Are we happy with that, Marco? They are yours for $100. I'm not seeing anybody else bidding on these guys. Cool.
Okay, well that's a
Thank
real
you.
steal.
Yeah, that's a steal. 33 rand a fish.
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Great call.
Awesome.
Okay, sold.
I know what we're getting to next.
Yes, yes, right. So we go back to our shrimp folks, and now we have fire red neocaradinas.
And these are bred by yours truly.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
very, very happy with these. They're a pretty straight arrow, straight breed. The line is
The
pure.
line
Let
is
me
good.
say that. Like,
The line is pure.
Yeah, never pure because it's neos. I mean, neos will never really breed true.
True.
But they breed, I'd say 95, 99% true. Very, very striking color. And again, these are 10 at $200. So all the neos today are going for $20 a shrimp. I think, you're not going to get them cheaper than
I
that
do know
anywhere
that
else.
there's a local pet store here in Cape Town that will remain nameless, who sells these for over $90 a shrimp.
So I'm doing myself in.
So
you're saying.
no, I'm saying the people who are out there who are bidding
Yeah.
are going to catch a really good deal.
You're gonna get 10 shrimp for the price of 2.
Yeah,
versus a nameless shop somewhere in
Yeah.
Cape Town. That's insane.
It is, yeah.
And for those of you that are wondering, any of the shrimp that you buy from me, if you come and collect, you can catch them out of the tank yourself. You can take males, females, the colors that you want. I'm not particular about that. If I'm sending them to you, I just scoop with a net. I'm very impartial when it comes. I don't have time to catch individual shrimp. I'm just, you know. So how are we doing? 220 on the shrimps for RJ Vlogs confirmed.
Well, Philip, I'm glad that it's working for you, eh?
Well, look there. Philip's saying the red shrimp he got from you are
Yeah.
water cockroaches, and he'll trade you. They're everywhere. Were those the ones that came from me?
No.
No. Okay,
No.
cool. 240 from BJ, and then Alicia following up that 250 is the last confirmed bid. Guys, anybody want to go higher than 250? These are really cool shrimp. I mean, they're classics, right? They're red.
That's right.
Neocaradinas. So
Yeah.
they're the classic cherry shrimp. These are graded as fire grade.
Yes.
Or fire red.
Fire
if you
reds,
want to call
yeah.
it that. And then the guys, the ones with the, you know, you can see some of them, they've got like that line down the back. That's technically a painted fire red. I don't claim to sell them as painted fire reds. If you get that, then you get that.
It happens.
They're
Yeah.
fire reds, and a lot of different breeders will agree with you on that.
Yeah.
What you get out, if you want to pick them,
Yeah, you
Go
could
nuts.
you could do that.
I see 260 there for Alicia. And then just to answer Preston, we do have a whole lot of plecos
Coming
coming
up.
up very shortly, and very cool ones. I'm quite upset that I'm doing this auction because I can't buy them myself. So okay, cool. Anybody want to follow up on Alicia? 260 for that 10 red shrimp. Going once.
So was it 160, yeah? 260.
260. Going twice and sold. Okay,
Great
Alicia,
job.
they are yours. Congratulations, well done. Very cool shrimp, and I think, well, I mean, they're classic shrimp, but they're going to do really well in a high pH tank. Cool.
Okay, right. Are we ready for something a bit different?
Now we're doing a weird.
Yeah, a really weird
personally,
fish.
it's a
This one.
weird fish. Like-
This is a really weird fish. We actually mentioned it earlier in the introduction. We're going to talk about half beaks,
Okay.
and we are
Well, we're
going
going to be selling some half.
Yeah, well, let's-
auctioning them.
We're going to auction them. We're going to sell. We're going to auction 6 of them with a reserve price of $100. So that's 5 half beaks for $100. And yeah, let's get the get
5
it
or
up
6? You said 6.
Did I say? My apologies. That's my old eyes. It's 5.
5. Okay.
5,
We'll
yeah.
forgive you this time.
Oh,
So
thanks,
5
man.
of these,
5 for $100.
$100.
And as Tristan mentioned earlier, if you look at their mouth, you can actually see the bottom part. It's called the mandible, for want of a better word. It sticks quite far away from the body.
Is that what it's called?
Well,
It's a
could
beak.
be the beak.
It's supposed
Yeah.
to be the beak. Like,
And then the top part, you can just just a
You can see
little
him
portion
breathing
at the
there.
top. Yeah.
it's like a.
He's-
Sorry, I don't know how to like. It's
weird.
like very cool fish. I will just give you guys a heads up. They really like their live food. So
Yes.
if you're going to be keeping this and you want to try and breed, they do breed.
They do breed.
They're live bearers.
live bearers,
they do
yeah.
breed in captivity. They're not like your Siamese algae eaters, which is very exciting because I am actually keeping a couple of them personally, and I'm going to try a breeding project with them.
Right.
However, they do love live foods like Daphnia, sea shrimp, anything like that. When I say sea shrimp, I mean the actual
yeah.
sea shrimp, not
Yes.
just like cold shrimp. They will eat flake food, in my experience, and they're quite playful fish, but they will also go for each other if they're just like kind of together. So I wouldn't
Yes.
say that they're aggressive, and I mean it's so small, it's like a toothpick. So even if it was
They're
aggressive,
very
I don't
tiny,
think
yeah.
I don't even think it poses a threat to like a
No.
full-grown shrimp. They will go for your baby shrimp, and they love Daphnia. So if you've got live food, or you can give it to them now and then, even bloodworms, they will really
Okay.
thrive on that.
Yeah.
We've got Trevor in with 200. That's the highest bid I see so far. They are very cute, Megan. I fully agree. I'm alive, expert. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we got 5 of those currently sitting at $200. Anybody want to raise that? I do think, like, it is worth mentioning that this is a fish that's going to get a little bit bigger, but it technically
Not
still,
that much bigger though.
But this is the thing. It
Yeah.
technically still counts as a nano fish. So,
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
when
Yeah.
I asked Stefanos how big, he was like, so big.
Yeah,
So-
they're not big fish.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that just helps for those that are, you know, bidding on it. Like if you're trying to plan which tank it's going to go into, what you're going to keep with it, don't put it in a tank with massive fish that might go for it. You know,
No, it'll be food.
don't pair
Yeah.
them with cichlids. Max size, yeah, Preston. Like we said,
Yeah.
about that size. I don't know what that is. 5 to 6 centimeters. No, that's a little bit. I'd say like 10 max.
Maximum.
Have you got it on the
I'm
Wikipedia
having a
over
look quickly to just. I'm just quickly googling.
We don't want to
maximum
share
size for you.
misinformation, guys. Just give us a second.
I'm looking here. Give me 1 sec.
Here we go.
Up
7
to 7
centimeters.
centimeters.
I was
For the
close.
females, the males are a little bit smaller.
I was close. I was close. All right, guys, going once, going twice. Currently, Trevor with $200, and sold to Trevor.
Sold to Trevor.
They
Well done,
are
bud.
yours. Cool. I didn't see any other comments on that one, so I wanted to
No.
just wrap that up. Well done. Cool.
Right.
What are we doing next?
Okay, now we are doing, again, another interesting fish, this one. We spoke about cichlids. Let's get on to our Jack Dempsey's.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You'll see from the video footage we're going to put up now, this is the actual video footage from the supplier.
So these
are
are the real
the
fish.
fish that you will be getting if you win this bid. They are beautiful fish, as you can see.
They look like they were built for speed and aggression.
Yeah, well, look, Jack Dempsey was a boxer, as far as I'm aware, so they named after him.
How much are they?
So the Jack Dempseys are going for, we've got 5 of them for R1,000.
1,000 rand. Okay, look, it sounds like a lot, but these are really amazing fish, and I do know cichlids are very expensive. I
Yes.
don't personally
Yeah.
know cichlids that well, but
Yeah.
what I do know of them, they're very expensive. And
Yeah.
for those that are in it,
You'll know.
this sounds like it feels to me like a really good deal. Normally, the cichlids that I've seen in shops are like 2, 3,
2,
400
3,
rand
400, exactly.
per fish.
Yeah,
and
correct.
we're getting 5
5 for 1,000, yeah.
5 for 1,000. There you go. Vincent says very cool fish. They are $1,000, Megan. Again, cichlid, big one. How big do they get?
I'm going to
I
quickly
mean,
just
those,
check
those
the...
look like young adults to me.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish,
Yeah.
but looks dangerous. It looks like it'll put up a really good fight for whatever you. Look at what Philip says. They look like a certain failed Austrian painter with a black patch. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I don't want to keep these on too long, guys.
Okay,
I know
I'm
they're
just
quite
gonna
an
put it in.
expensive fish. If anyone is interested in them, they're starting at $1,000. If I don't see going once, going twice, I don't see any interest in this. I know they're quite expensive, so we're going to cut from these guys. Maybe we'll come back to them later if there's someone that really
someone
is-
put in the comments if you are thinking about it and want to come back to
Yeah,
them. We
if
actually
you're a diehard
yeah.
cichlid person.
we do actually have 2 lots of these. We actually have
Okay,
10.
there you go.
2 lots
Okay,
of 5.
cool.
So yeah, we've got
All right, let's get back to something that is my personal favorite.
right. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go to plecos, and that was
Okay.
asked for earlier on, and we're gonna start with just the ordinary common bristlenose pleco. We have 2 trios.
Okay.
2 trios, so 6 fish
All in the same lot?
in
Or
the same
twos-
lot.
in the
2
same
trios.
lot? Okay.
$150.
For 6 plecos.
Mhm.
That is a very good price. $150, 6 plecos, guys. You can begin your bidding there.
Yeah, these are
Um,
juveniles. They are
okay.
babies.
Yep.
But yeah, I
They
mean,
grow pretty
but they will grow.
I've had plecos from, funny enough, from egg, because the eggs were kicked out of the nest.
Right.
And then I put them in a separate tank with
Yes.
some shrimp just to keep
Yes.
like fungus and stuff.
Yeah.
So I raised them from eggs.
Right.
Within 6 months, they were breeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
correct.
they do actually grow quite quickly. Again, depending on what you feed them, what
Yes.
tank they're in.
Yeah.
But if you give them all the right care and what they need, you're gonna have them breeding really,
Yeah.
really quickly. So and
Correct.
these guys already, I'd say they're about 2 months old.
Yeah.
That looks to me about 2 months old.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's 6 juveniles.
$160
yeah.
from BJ is currently the highest bid that we have with him. Vincent says those previous cichlids can live with other cichlids, but they need a big tank. I can imagine.
Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, they will do a bit. Yeah.
Sweet guys, common bristlenose currently sitting at $160. Let's go quickly with these because they are quite common.
Yeah.
We've got a whole bunch of other plecos coming up as well. So going once for BJ, $160 for 6.
For 6.
There were 6 of them. Yeah. Cool. Going twice, and BJ, they are yours for $160. Well
Good
done.
call, BJ.
Cool.
Right.
Always love a good pleco, man. And they, funny enough, it's worth saying. They're bought as cleaner fish. 'Cause
Yes.
They're supposed to clean the algae off the glass. They're poop factories.
Absolutely.
So they will clean.
But they're going to make their own mess.
They eat a lot, so they make an equivalent amount of mess.
That's right.
Cool.
Shrimp
What are we
food.
doing next?
Okay. Now we're going to do. We was like, okay, albino pleco.
Fantastic.
Albino pleco. This is $40.
Cool. There we go. This is actually, I think, yeah, this is my fish.
Mm-hmm.
These were the ones that were raised from a common that then had a whole lot of albino plecos.
Right.
Then, second generation from that, I crossed the albinos with another albino female.
Right.
And we got these. So these, they're albino, but they're actually kind of yellow.
Yes,
it's
they've
a
got a
weird-
yellowy
it's
tinge to
weird,
them,
like, very intense kind of color.
Yeah.
You'll see this one, and then there's like one in the background as well. Got a couple of these guys. What I find interesting about them is you can see inside them.
Yes.
Like you can actually,
Yes,
you can see
yeah.
the heart beating.
Yeah.
You can see the whole like digestive tract and all that kind of stuff. Very active fish, very healthy. $40 for Shani. She has selected them. Poop equals shrimp food. That is correct,
Yep,
Philip.
quite right.
100%. Speaking of plecos make a mess.
I had the same thought,
we're all on the same page. Plecos are poop factories. I actually said that in a group and someone was saying like these are fighting words.
Yes, I know. Someone that person wasn't very impressed, but
Yeah.
but you're absolutely right. I mean, they make a hell of a lot of mess, but they
I'm
are
impartial.
amazing.
I like them.
No,
I
absolutely.
love plecos. I'm just being honest about them.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Alrighty, guys. Anybody want to go higher on that? $40 for a pleco, for an albino pleco. Shani's got it over there. These are common plecos, so I can
Yes.
understand most of you guys probably already have them, so there's
Yeah.
no worries about that. I'm going to say going once and have a sip here.
Yeah. Your brine shrimp, huh? Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm actually quite thirsty. Alrighty, cool, guys. Going for Shani, $40. That pleco is yours. It is actually, I can't confirm the sex, but I do have males and females, so you can pick when you come along and get it. You can pick which one you want.
Okay. Right, now we've got a nice little cool one. These are babies. 3 baby super red plecos. 3 baby super red plecos, and the starting bid there is $60.
I have seen these in person, and they are a very, very cool fish.
Yeah.
I must admit, I think for my personal tank inside the house, I need to do videos on it and
Yeah.
introduce it to the
Yeah.
channel. But I think
Yeah.
I'm going to take out my breeding pair of plecos, and I'm going to take out all the plecos, and
Yes.
then I'm going to go. I'm always going to have plecos in my tank.
Sure.
Like I said to you, I
Yeah.
like those fish.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go for like a red or a longfin red pleco because they're just
Yeah.
so striking.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, just bear in mind, these are not the actual plecos. These are a little older.
Okay,
these are sourced images.
These are the Google images.
Yeah, these are
Okay.
sourced images. But yeah, we weren't able to get the actual
Lots
footage,
of
unfortunately.
attention. Yeah,
But,
Andre with $70. A lot of guys. Okay, Darlene was with 70 first. Andre followed. Okay,
Is it
RJ
80?
Vlogs 80. RJ Vlogs in the lead at $80. Darlene with $100. She was here for the plecos.
Yeah.
Very cool fish. How old are the ones that we're getting? Do you know?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
I've seen adults of these in person, and it's a very striking fish. I think it's worth the time investment if you're
Yeah.
getting a baby.
You're correct.
To raise it up.
Raise it up, feed it properly, put it in the right environment.
And I mean, you're never
yeah.
gonna, like they're worth quite a lot of money, you know, compared
Yes.
to the bristle noses.
Yes.
These go quite expensive in terms of shops.
Yeah.
So if you're buying a couple of these and you're going to breed them yourself, it's a no-brainer.
Oh,
It's I mean,
100%.
I want to swap to that. I definitely, if I don't go like an L, I mean, I need to save up for that. But if I don't go an L number, I'll definitely be going with some kind of fire red or orange pleco.
Right.
We're currently sitting with Deline at $120 in the lead. Anybody else keen for these? How many were there in total again?
3.
Okay, 3. So we've got
Yeah.
trio 3, $120. That is $40 a fish. That is really good pricing for these. I'm quite pleased that we can't buy them. Anyone want to best? Does anybody want them more than Deline? That is the question. I'm gonna say going once. Anybody else? 135, Andre. Okay, there's still some
Smart.
interest here. I think
Yeah.
it's between Deline and Andre. 135 current leading bid.
And there's Alicia at 140.
Alicia coming in fast. Do you want something to drink, mate?
No, I'm
You've
good
been,
for now.
like,
I'm good for now.
sipping on here like for so long.
No, I won't share your brine shrimp for now. It's fine.
Guys, now I can actually show you. Mango orange, not brine shrimp. This is what.
He doesn't know what I put in there before.
For what it's worth, just it does look like brine
Okay,
shrimp.
there's
That's
Alicia at 150.
Alicia, 150 leading bid. Okay, I'm sorry.
Alicia,
that I started
Deline,
calling-
and Andre seem to have a bidding war going on here.
Big delay. Vincent, are you on the live chat? Guys, just again, for all the new viewers, live chat, pick that over the top comments. YouTube is dropping us on the top comments because they sort of like algorithmically listed. So just make sure. Andre, 160. Get bristle nose, breeds them. Price goes down. Yeah, that's kind of, I suppose that's what happens. Honestly, the best. Thank you, Vincent. I agree. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. Deline is out. Okay, Andre at 160. Anybody else going once?
Alicia, I'm sure that's a mistype.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's 165.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, guys. Alicia 165 going once. Going to Andre,
Oh,
170. Okay, you guys can fight it out. I'll give you guys another second. Yeah, jeez. Yeah, extra zero. Well, what? No, why not? We'll take it. Don't worry.
Those who were on my first auction, on the WhatsApp auction I did about 2 months ago.
I remember someone did that. Yeah.
Someone put a ridiculous figure up.
Yeah, it's like way more than retail price.
3,800 rand for a plecker or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it was an ordinary plecker, not an L number.
It was a bristle nose.
It was an ordinary bristle nose.
And we were like, what?
Yeah,
like,
no,
really?
I mean, I don't know.
I thought I'd become rich if that's what they were worth, because I had a whole bunch now. Okay, Alicia's saying Andre can take it. Andre, they sold to you.
Andre, 170.
170 for 3 of them. It's very cool. Lucky guy. I might be getting in touch with you. I really like those pleckers, man.
All right.
Cool. What's up next?
Getting back to some other little fish, some cherry barbs.
Fantastic.
Okay, cherry barbs. We have 5 of them for $50.
$10 a fish.
5 cherry barbs for $50. Also, lovely fish in a planted aquarium. They really shine up against the greenery.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just active little fish. They're wonderful to watch, actually.
They kind of look like a fish, and
Hello.
Bear with me. It looks like a fish. Like you can see the scales.
Right.
The shape. You know what I mean? Like
little torpedo. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But it kind of looks like a very small version of like a bass or like a carp or something. Like it looks like a fish. I know I'm sounding like an idiot, but like that picture there specifically, you know, it looks like an actual fish, just a very miniature version. How big do they actually get?
To be honest, I'm gonna have to check the maximum size.
Okay.
But I'm happy to do
RJ
that.
Vlogs, $60 over there.
They're not big fish, I'll tell you that.
They kind of look like tetras.
5 centimeters.
Well, there
No,
you
they're
go.
small. They're nanofish.
Kind of tetra looking kinds. These are Google images, guys. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get media for these guys, so these are not the actual fish you're getting, but they're going to look very similar to that. A fish looks like a fish. No, but, come on, man. Like, bear with. You know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, sweet. Going once. RJ Vlogs, $60. Does anybody want these more than he does? Going once. Going twice. I think we call it. RJ, they are yours. Well done, man. Well done. Interesting fish. I think definitely something I'd look at in the future, depending how they breed, I suppose.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Now we're going to another fish that looks like a fish, Tristan.
Oh, thanks,
this one is the Black Widow Tetra. And again, we have 5 of them for $50 as a starting bid.
These are really good prices, man. $10 a fish.
5 Black Widow Tetras for $50.
Alicia was quick on that one. I just want to make sure that was for, because guys are still complaining about the lag on the chat.
I would think
I'm not sure if it's the chat and our actual latency on the video. This is definitely something we're going to look into in the future. I think what we're going to do as well, just to let you guys know, the chat and the video are being recorded on a timestamp basis.
Yes.
So if there is a discrepancy, we are going to review this afterwards and just make sure that everything is 100%. And we'll obviously get in contact with all the auction winners should there be something where someone missed out potentially. And it's definitely something we're going to look at in the future if there are problems.
100%. Okay.
$70 was for cherry bobs. So that did come in a little bit late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have another lot, so we can offer that at the same price as the winning bid.
Okay, Alicia.
Yeah.
Those went to RJ for $60, so we can give you for $60 as well. We do have 2 lots. We're going to make a note of that and just put it on that form once you fill it in. Just a reminder for all the new guys that if you are winning an auction or you're bidding, go and fill in that form once you're done, just so we can get in touch with you.
Andrew, that's interesting. Thanks. We'll look into that. Andrew's saying the lag is on our side.
That's quite interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll check that out and see. I mean, you know, it's something that we're learning as we go, and we try. As Tristan said earlier, we did a lot of testing beforehand, and we were trying to alleviate or mitigate any of these issues. But you know, we're learning. It's the first time we're doing this live stream auction, and we'll continue to learn.
Andrew's correct, but it's not actually. So we get the chat, and you get the video afterwards, so it looks like our response is late. Yeah, that is what's happening.
Okay.
Very interesting. I think definitely something we'll have to look at going forward. If it's causing a problem for the bidding. However, I think for now everything has been fair. You know, those that have bid late or where the chat has delayed, we've had multiple lots. I mean, Alicia, you're getting them for $60 instead of 70, which she bid for. So I think it's fair for now. If it's becoming an issue, then we'll definitely look at this in the future.
So yes, Vincent, we are using OBS.
Mango and orange flavored brine shrimp. Just to you, mate. That's correct.
Okay, so where are we on the bidding for these Black Widow tetras?
I don't think we've gotten any bids for these.
I don't think we have.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut that.
So we're gonna call that an unsold lot.
Yes, unsold
Okay.
lot. We could potentially come back to them if somebody wanted.
Okay, and Delian, you keep asking about the Moscas. They are coming, I promise you. They are definitely coming. Be patient. They're on their way. Okay, but we're not doing them yet. We're first going to do some more shrimp. And now we're doing orange pumpkin shrimp, also near Caradina. We are doing, again, 10 orange pumpkin orange pumpkin shrimp for $200. So
once again, guys,
orange
I'm
pumpkin,
keeping it concurrent. You know, like Neo Caradina is $20 a shrimp, lots of 10. I think the idea for me was that it took quite a long time for me to get all the different species that I now have.
Yeah.
If you've looked at my recent video, don't go look at it now, look at it after the auction. But if you look at the recent video, you'll see that I've got a lot of different shrimp. And actually, as of recently, I've just gotten 4 more species. But it's taken me so long to get them, you know? And it's not a case of like breeders not, you know, having them or being picky about lines and stuff. It's just really difficult to get a nice big colony of shrimp because it's so expensive. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to name any shops and things, and shops obviously are always going to be more expensive than breeders, guys. This is not
it's not bigger shops. It's you know.
Shops charge what they need to. They've got overheads. But for me personally, you know, if I want to go to someone and buy an amount of 50 shrimps, and you know it's like 60 or 90 rand a shrimp, it's a lot of money. And especially for something like a Neo Caradina. I can understand for Caradina they're much more expensive,
absolutely
much more rare.
Yeah.
But so the idea, RJ Vlogs at 210 there. I think for me, that's again, it's trying to provide access to the shrimp. The nice thing is if you start with 10, you'll have a colony pretty quickly. And $200 for 10. I think it's as fair as it can be.
So while that bidding's going on, I see BJ, you've bid 200. There's already a bid of 210, so you're gonna need to beat that. But maybe just while this is going, just talk to us a bit about the actual parameter, not the parameters, the layout of your tank. I mean, in your tanks, do you think it's necessary to have plants? Do you think they should have all the bits and pieces?
Answer Philip there. I think I would not notice, because the general rule for a big tank, especially, every shrimp you see, there's like 5 that you don't. And currently, touching wood, they've been breeding really well. I think I've gotten something right, definitely with the Neo Caradinas. My Caradinas are also doing okay.
Yes.
Not breeding as fast. And that's just the general thing with winter that I've now realized.
No, sure. They breed slow in winter.
I've heard from a lot of other breeders that that's what they have experienced.
Correct.
But yeah, they breed so quickly that if you did take a shrimp out, what did he say? Each week, if you took out one out every day, I probably wouldn't notice. They breed so fast.
Yeah.
Cool. Latest or highest bid that I see there is BJ with 250. So there's 10 orange shrimp.
Let's go back to that question about the tank itself. You know, so you know, you spoke to us about food, and we spoke about the fact that they can feed all the biofilm, all that kind of stuff. But you know, you hear some people talk about, I can do a bare bottom tank. I don't need lots of plants. I just need to feed them. In your experience, setting up a breeding colony, not necessarily a show tank, but a breeding colony. Yeah. What do you feel is essential in the tank, and what is fluff?
So with Neo Caradina, they actually like it quite hard. Like when I say that, they like the water parameters quite hard. So general hardness, KH hardness, quite a lot. And generally what I've seen, at least in my area, we have pretty soft water. Yes. So I find myself putting a lot of like crushed calcium or crushed eggshells, crushed coral. I like to up the calcium in my tanks. And sometimes I'll even put shrimp mineral in there just to additionally boost that. Again, my tank is purely set up for breeding, so there's nothing in it.
Yes.
There's maybe like 2 liters of gravel or aqua soil, sponge filters, and a couple of plants just to make sure that the nitrates are taken care of. The rest is algae and biofilm on the glass. But half the tank is literally nothing there. It's just glass. So yeah, it's very easy for these shrimp to fail a molt, because I'm also running filtered water. So the TDS that's going into the tank is sitting at like 80. And I try to keep the tanks at around 140 to 200. Some of them have run up to 230. My Sulawesi's are in a 230 TDS tank. And that's ppm, that's not conductivity. So it's very high. I think it's like 400 EC, and they're doing really well. So that would be my recommendation. Keep that hardness up. If it's going into like a general planted tank with fish and stuff like that, and you're not filtering your water, I probably wouldn't add too much. I think it would be fine.
Look, I mean, I do think that the Neos are
pretty for BJ.
Pretty bulletproof. I mean, the Neo, you know, if you're not intentionally trying to build a big colony, and they're happy for them to breed a bit more slowly and whatever. And they can pretty much be in a community tank and take care of themselves.
But the
I
thing
mean,
is, the thing that people mix up with breeding shrimp is not about the breeding of the shrimp. It's keeping the babies alive.
Yes, exactly.
Every female can have 30 babies every 30 days.
Exactly.
If you've got it dialed in, 30 babies per female.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like you can explode a colony. I mean, you saw the blue
it's exponential. Yeah.
You saw the blue. I went from 20 to 200. Like,
yeah.
So the success factor is in how you keep those shrimp alive.
Yes.
And I will make a video on this, but baby shrimp don't move. Once they've been born, they stay in that exact spot, and that's why a lot of us will feed powdered foods, because you can get the food
circulates through the tank.
And biofilm is so important. I see BJ there. 280 is the last one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it there.
Yes.
Sold to BJ for 280. Thank you very much for that. But then again, just to sort of finish off that chat.
Yeah.
Keep your babies alive rather than worrying about breeding your shrimp. The shrimp will breed. If you can keep them alive, they will breed. Yeah. That's how that works. And if you want to see massive success, being able to cull, have a huge colony, you want to sell them in the future, keep your babies alive. Yeah. That's the main thing.
Okay. You used the word cull just now. We're going to come back to that. We're going to have a conversation around that with a surprise just now. Yeah. Okay, we won't say any more. All right, the next lot is Crebensis.
So this is back to cichlids.
This is back to cichlids. There are 4 of them. Yeah, there are 4 of them going for $40.
That's amazing. $10.
$40 for 4 Crebensis. That's guys, a really good starting bid.
$10 a fish. $10 a fish. Sorry, Amanda, I see your bid there for 300. You can match BJ if you want. Just give me a confirmation. I do have quite a few of those orange shrimp. But now we are doing the Crebensis. $40 for $40 fish.
Yep.
Guys, even if you don't like cichlids, that's a good deal. I won't take them because I've got shrimp in my tanks. But I mean,
but you're not a cichlid guy anyway.
Look at that thing. It's built for speed.
Yeah.
It looks dangerous. It literally looks like.
Yeah. Just to say, these are sourced images. They're not from the supplier.
Okay. Cool.
Just so that you're aware of that. Yeah.
But I mean, that's what they're going to look like. Are they young? Do you know? Do we have any other information?
I don't have any other information.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. 4 of them for $10 each. We'd love to have these. Just don't have a tank for them. Vincent, get a tank. There's always an excuse to get another tank. All right, guys. I'm not seeing any interest in these.
Oh, Vincent says you'd love them, but does that mean you're going to bid on them, Vincent? But you got to get yourself a tank. Get yourself a tank. So bid on them, and then you get yourself a tank.
You could put them in his tank. They're probably just going to kill everything that's in there. They're cichlids, man. I think we'll get back to these. Who's the supplier for these?
Hang on, I'll tell you now. Crebensis. Give me a second. MF Aquatics.
MF Aquatics. Okay, I'll tell you what, Vincent, we'll chat to Stephanus. Maybe he can hold them for you for a while. I'm going to call it there. I don't see any other interest, but Vincent really wants them. He definitely wants to terrorize some of these other fish and his shrimp.
Yeah, so you can be in touch with us and let us know if you want them still.
100%.
Okay.
What are we doing next?
Hang on 1 second. Okay. Right, now we're going to go back to some snails. We're doing golden apple snail.
There we go. These are mine.
Yep.
So this is actual footage of the parent snail. I will just mention that the ones that are available are like, I'd say about that. So it's about the size of a marble.
But they do grow.
Yeah, nicely. They grow very quickly. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so we're $20.
100%.
$20 starting bid. How many of these do you have?
I've got quite a few. We could do 5 for 100. I think that's because you need again with these snails, they will lay eggs, but they do need 2. So it's not just a snail.
Okay, so should we do that? Should we do 5 for 100?
5 for $100, guys, for the golden apple snails. They originally come from Graham. So big shout out to Graham. He's the one that introduced me to these. One of my favorite snails. Good to mention, they lay their eggs out of the water. So your tank, if it doesn't have a lid, they might end up trying to
up.
So there's the balloons. I don't know how that came up. But basically, these snails will potentially climb out of your tank.
Yes, they will.
Because they want to lay their eggs outside or on the rim. But very cool looking snail. If you look at them up close and personal, they've got like 4 of these like tentacle things that looks quite alienish.
Okay, so
these oaks get big. Yes, they do. But it's also worth mentioning that these are the proper golden ones. They don't eat live plants. They only eat
That's good to know.
Plants.
Yeah.
The other one is actually is like a banned species, like the sort of. They don't actually look golden. They're kind of brownish.
They're brown.
Yeah. Brown apple snails. Watch out for them, guys, because they will chow your plants.
Okay, so
Peter, we're doing 5 for 100. Let me just actually put that.
And then
in chat,
Dillian also. Dillian, you had it for 20. Your initial bid. but we're doing 5 for 100.
Yeah,
So
let's do 5. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
There was a bit of confusion there. Let's do 5 for 100. They're coming in at a marble size. They're nice and young. They've got great shells. These ones are a little bit older. That's why the shell doesn't look that great. But don't worry about that. That's not the particular snail that you're getting it.
Yeah.
But that is the parent, so you can see what they're coming from. They did actually breed. I've got the white and the black flesh. So the babies, they could be either or.
Either or. Yeah.
You guys are welcome to catch them.
Okay, so
Let's
it looks
see,
like
5 for 100. Is anybody interested in them?
doesn't look like it.
At 5 for 100. Look, if you guys don't want 5 for 100, then Peter is in the leading bid. You can get one for 25. That's not a problem at all.
And Lillian, same for you then. If you want to bid over Peter, and we can do either one for that price or the 5 for 100.
Yeah, 100%. I tell you what, let's cut it there. Deline and Peter, you can both get one for 25 if you'd like. Deline, you can just confirm with us, or when you fill in your form, just
So I'm changing it back to 1.
tick that item. Yeah. So 1, and we're going to reserve 2 lots there for that.
Okay, give me a second.
No problem.
But 25, eh? Was the only bid 25?
25. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right.
Hey, I'm glad you could learn something, Vincent. That's the
idea.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. Right.
What's next?
So now a beautiful, beautiful fish, which I don't, to be honest, know much about. So
Okay.
this is and I had to get my head around how to say this and how to spell it actually. They're called the Lake Kutubu rainbow fish.
Okay.
Lake Kutubu rainbow fish. We have got 2 of them for $80.
I'm assuming that rainbow fish are rainbow fish. They would be similar to other rainbow fish.
I would think so, yeah.
What kind of water parameter? I mean, you could put it on the Google there quick.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say.
I'm just doing a quick squiz. But you can see a beautiful coloration.
So what was that again? How many of them for how much?
It was 2 for 80.
2 for $80. Rainbows.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put that.
That's all good.
Spell the name. It's Kutubu rainbows.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
K-I-T-U-B.
K-I-T-U-B.
Yeah. Also known as the turquoise rainbow fish or the blue rainbow fish.
Okay. Are they community fish?
They grow to 12.5 centimeters.
Oh, they're quite big.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. They are peaceful. They swim in the middle of the tank, so they can.
Would you say
occupy
they
that
could do
space.
well with a tetra? I mean, I suppose you haven't had.
Well, I
much
mean,
experience.
I think one of the pictures actually shows them with tetras.
Okay, well there you go.
So
Yeah,
that's-
Vincent,
yeah.
I think if you're willing, take the risk with them. Well, I say take the risk. That sounds hectic.
No, it's not a risk. I mean, they are beautiful fish. They are going to be fine.
100%.
But,
Doesn't look like they've got massive mouths. Generally,
No.
if it can fit in the mouth, it's food.
It says they are
Oh,
peaceful.
there's a tetra.
Yeah,
right there.
exactly, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No,
100%.
if you look at that picture, the one with the multiple in front of the what looks like that is, they don't look,
I don't see anyone else on
Yeah.
here. Stefana says they're a community fish.
There we go. Thanks, Stephanus.
Cool. All right, Vincent, do you want them? Oh, guys, shame. Okay, well, fair enough, but don't. Maybe let's not mention shops.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
No.
We don't want to.
We're not trying to compete.
Not even compete. We're not trying to cast anyone in a bad light.
Correct.
Shops have their prices because they've
They've
got
got overheads,
overheads.
yeah.
They've got imports. There's
That's
a whole
right.
bunch of things. What we're trying to do is provide good deals to the community. So
Yeah.
it is a deal. It is a steal. That's correct. But I think let's try and not mention you can tell the shop price, but
Yes,
not the name.
yeah.
Just we don't want to cast them in a negative
No.
light at all. Personally, I think McMahon is a great shop. I've bought a lot
Yeah,
of
so do I.
stuff.
So do I.
Don't tell my wife.
So Vincent, you said you're thinking. You need to think of it quickly because we're going to
Yeah.
need to move on.
Steam coming out of my ears. I feel you. Thank you for retracting that, Vincent. I appreciate that.
That's exactly that.
We just want to be
Yeah.
as we want to be kind with that. We're fair, at least, if that's worth it. Guys, I'm going to cut that back. Vincent, you give me a confirmation if you want
Yes.
those. You can
Yeah.
have them at the reserve price. We've still got quite a list, guys, and we need to get through
And
that.
those Moscows are coming, Deline. Okay. But we are going to do guppies next again.
There we go.
Okay. These are, I would say they are, I don't know how to describe them. Purple snakeskin lace.
Okay.
Purple snakeskin lace guppies. They're very graceful.
All right.
We've got a pair going for $100.
Pair going for $100.
Yeah.
And obviously they've been in a community tank.
Absolutely.
With all of them, so they would
Correct.
be purebred.
Correct.
And-
It is a purebred strain.
And
Yeah.
it would obviously come pregnant.
Well, I would just, most of the females are.
Probably, yeah, they're already pregnant. So
pretty-
you're
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
the strain for
Yeah.
$80. What?
$100 for the
$100.
pair.
$100 for the strain of purple lace guppies.
Mm.
They actually look quite fancy. Those, what I'm seeing there, it's good, pretty
Lovely
long.
high dorsal fin.
Yeah, long tails.
Yeah, no, they are lovely fish.
Shannon says, keen. Yushri asking there, I've got a 50 centimeter cube with 6 neon tetras, 4 danios, 9 swordtails, and a rainbow shark. Can I add more?
Sure.
I'll be honest with you, those rainbow sharks need some space.
Yes,
so
they do.
I think if you could get him out of there,
Yeah.
that would be good.
For nano, for nanos.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put big fish in there. With
yeah,
that lot.
keep it a nano tank. Great for shrimp.
Yeah.
Look, 50 is not
It's not too small.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's not too
cube.
small.
So how tall is it? That's definitely going to affect
Yeah.
it. You know, how many liters is actually in there, and then your plants. I
Yes.
think if you wanted to be able to increase your bioload, like have more fish, have external plants. So if you've got like a pothos
Yes.
or
Yes.
anything that you can grow
Out
from
of
the
the
tank,
tank, yeah.
but that can be exposed to the air,
Yes.
it'll grow a lot faster.
Yes.
And then that will allow you to process nitrates faster, so you could have
Correct.
more livestock in that tank.
Yeah.
We've got Trevor at $150 for those purple lace skin guppies. That's what they call.
Purple lace snakes can get big.
Yeah. Vincent agreeing as well. Rainbow
Yeah.
shark is too small.
Yeah.
Rainbow sharks, like, they're such cool fish.
They
And
are
I
nice.
think the problem there is, again, you know, because they're a small fish, the assumption would be that they can fit in a small tank, and pet shops won't really tell you that.
And they can become aggressive if they feel like they don't have space. They do become aggressive with the other community
100%,
fish.
Yeah. So yeah, give them a little bit more room if possible. Vincent says 125 liters. That's a good size.
That's a good size.
I definitely
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. And then in that, you'd be able to do, you know, quite a bit.
Oh, there we
of
go.
other
He says
stuff.
Yoshi says he does have peace lilies and spider plants, Java fern and Nubius in the tank.
Oh,
with some
that's
moss. So
fantastic.
that's fantastic. Sounds like
Look,
a great tank.
You've got a lot of stuff in that
Yeah.
tank, and they're clearly doing well. They haven't
Yeah.
died. So it's just, if you do want to do more, you know, grow those plants,
Yeah.
and then just try and give that shark a little bit more space.
Yeah,
But it's
correct.
great that you're actually asking the questions. A lot of people just do
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
And they don't ask to grow. Guys, I'm going to call it there. Trevor, $150 for the guppies. They are yours. Well done on that one. We need, Deline is waiting on us, man. We need
I
to
know.
get to those Moscows.
I know. We
So,
need it.
cool.
Okay, right.
Next one is a bit of a surprise.
Yes,
from my side.
It is. Do you want to talk about it then?
Yeah, let's go.
You go for it.
Okay, we're doing carbon release. What was the reserve price on that?
Yeah, no, sorry, 100.
100
I
bucks.
need to go for zero.
You get them for free. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll just
sorry,
I'll
man.
send you the bill.
100
$100.
Yeah.
But for 15 of these carbon release, you can see them now. They do have the blue gene. So basically, you can get your blue dreams, you can get release, you can get carbon release. You can see there's like a whole sort of varied mix with them. The reason I'm giving them away almost so cheaply is because I ordered them and it was the incorrect order. So I ordered something else and these arrived, and
Yep,
I
happens.
need the tank space, and they're breeding insanely fast. Like,
Yeah.
I think I originally got like 50 of them,
Yeah.
and that tank is full, and it's my assassin snail tank. That's why it's green like that. So green water also very good for fish and shrimp. It just looks bad for us,
Yeah.
but it's great. You can see in the video footage there's 2 buried shrimp right there in front of the tank. Guys, cool shrimp, and they're just I need to get rid of them. So I've got quite a few lots. Anybody who wants to take them,
Is 150 going there?
$150 for BJ, recognized bird. Remember, there's 15 shrimps, it's not just 10.
15.
So it'll get you going really quickly. If you want to come and collect them and pick out the buried ones, you can do that as well. I'm not partial when it comes to selecting those shrimp. BJ 220.
Yeah. Well, BJ will have to ship the. BJ doesn't live in Cape Town, so we're going to have
Does
to.
he not? Okay,
No,
not
we
a
won't be able
problem.
to come and collect. But
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Guys, going once, going twice. Anybody want them a little bit more than BJ? Cool. I'm going to call it there. BJ, they are yours. And then the follow-up was RJ. If you want to match him at 220, I can send you 15 as well, or you can come pick
Just
them
let us
up.
know.
I've got plenty of them, guys. If anybody else wants them, who else? It was just the 2 of them that were bidding on that. Okay, cool. Oh, and Trevor. So if you guys
Trevor,
all want to take them at 220, you can each get a pair, or you can each get a
15.
lot of 15.
Yeah.
A lot of those shrimp, and I need to get rid of them.
Okay.
Cool. Now, very big surprise.
Yes.
Very cool.
Nice one, yeah.
I think personally, just for anybody that wants to get into shrimp, that is new to shrimp, and that doesn't want to take the risk on shrimp,
Yes.
I'm going live with this one. These are 50 of my cull shrimp at R1 a shrimp. So $50 for 50 shrimp. It's a whole colony for $50.
And it will get you going quickly. If you want to breed them and see what comes out,
It
kind
will
of
fill your tank
it
up.
will fill your
within a
tank, and then you can also, once they're breeding, you can also start picking out the ones you want to keep.
Yeah,
and,
you could.
know.
So to give you guys context, these are culls of my orange pumpkins, some stardust, not stardust, sun-kissed orange. We've got a lot of reds, a lot of different kinds of reds, lilies. Got some blue lilies in there. We've got blue shrimp in there as well. And I do think I have some greenish. They're not particularly green jades, but they come like become quite green. There's black ones with golden stripes. There's a whole bunch in there.
Yeah.
We're gonna net them out with a big net because 50 shrimp is a lot of shrimp. So it's basically we're just gonna fill up a bucket for you. And it's a fantastic deal, not only because they're super cheap for shrimp. They're currently sitting at 200 for BJ. 200 Rand for 50 shrimp is still a fantastic bid. But it's so many shrimp, and because they're culls, you don't have to like be too partial with them. Go ahead.
BJ's 20, so he corrected himself.
Oh, 20. Okay, well then.
The leading bid is 75.
75 on
RJ.
RJ is sitting at 75 with the lead. Guys, 50 shrimp. It's a lot. It's going to fill your tank immediately, and you can eventually pull out shrimp if you wanted to go ahead and cull them into different. Andrew, okay, BJ leading again with 100.
Andrew 120.
And yeah, so basically the video footage, you can kind of see them. Obviously it was sort of taken in a bit of a rush, but that photo is it shows you what there actually is. And a lot of people appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, personally, if you watch my video, I said I don't actually cull shrimp. I put them in the cull tank. They can live out their lives. It's not their fault that they weren't the right color, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people find them quite interesting. I mean, that one in front there with all the little red dots.
That's beautiful.
It's not technically a high-grade shrimp.
No, it's
pretty,
not.
You know, it's quite
so,
pretty.
so one of the things I just wanted to raise when we were chatting about this,
Marissa leading with 160,
is, you know, often if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you watch the guys that, you know, become well known on the channels and so forth. People talk about culls, and there's some people who get upset because they say, well, culling is, they think of elephants, and they think, you know, are we going to just get rid of the shrimp? I've no doubt some people do that because it doesn't fit their breeding program or whatever. But you don't need to do that because, as you say, you can actually get fantastic results by taking what we would call cull shrimp, putting them into their own tank, and letting nature take its course.
Yeah,
and,
you get crazy different designs, and patterns, and colors. Obviously, to line breed those, next to impossible. But the whole point is, if you're just trying to experience shrimp, this is a great way.
It's a nice start. It's a nice way to get into shrimp.
And for what it's worth, my original red line, you can see some of those are quite nice.
Yes,
they came from pet store red shrimp, which are cold grade, you know. And I was able to get them a lot more red. It took some time, but it's definitely possible.
I mean, I've had a tank with
BJ
culls.
185.
I've had a tank with culls in, and I, you know, because of the way that shrimp breed in terms of the genetics, I've come up with colors that weren't even in the original shrimp, which is a fascinating part of shrimp breeding. And we don't have time now to get into that. It's a video you can make. But, you know, there's a lot in there. And so it actually is quite fascinating to watch these shrimp kind of breed as culls. And they're just being aware of what comes out of them. It's quite remarkable, actually. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely something you can learn a lot from as well. Is to see, if I put the orange with the red, what comes out of that. You can kind of sort of dissect how those genetics work.
Right.
Current leading bid here is Marissa, 205. Guys, still a fantastic price. You're technically paying 4 Rand a shrimp. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. Going once. Marissa, 205. Does anybody else want them more than she does? Going once. Going twice. Marissa, they are yours. And guys, I do have a lot of these shrimp. I'm going to fade us back out here. I do have a lot of these shrimp. So I can offer, I don't want to offer more than 2 lots right now. Because a lot of them will be babies. But if you guys are okay with babies, I can offer 3 lots. So with the last couple of bids that we had there was Marissa with 205. She's the winning bid. Then Jacques and BJ, you guys can both have them as well for 205 if you're okay with having some of them as babies as well. 50 shrimp, it's a lot. It's going to fill your tank nice and quickly. Cool.
Okay, let's move on. Next one is the Zebra obliquidans. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I have no idea.
Try and say that.
Zebra obliquidans. It's a trio for $400.
Okay. I feel like that's still a really good price for a cichlid. Personally, again, you know, I'm not a cichlid
it's not your thing.
They look quite dangerous. Again, I've said that about all cichlids, but these specific. How big do these ones
you biased by any chance?
Hey?
You biased against cichlids?
Not at all. I just don't like them. So I suppose maybe I suppose I am.
I'll come back to you on that.
How big do they get?
Okay, so these guys.
Andrew Spark, 410.
Okay, 14 centimeters for the males
Okay.
and about 13 centimeters for the females. So they're not small fish. They're not nano fish.
Not nano fish, but
Yeah.
not massive fish.
Yeah.
Um,
They are African cichlids, and yeah.
oh, Andrew wanted the African cichlids. He's the first one. In
Yeah,
line,
there we go.
100%.
Okay.
Cool. Guys, again, I haven't noticed a lot of love for the cichlids, so going once on Andrew, 410. If anybody else wants them, if you want to raise that bid. Going twice. Yes, that if in a dark alley cichlids, I would not do well. You're 100%. Guys, sold to Andrew, 410 bucks for a
410.
trio of the, you knew the name?
Zebra obliquidans.
Obliquidans. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
well done. Thanks for not making me say that.
I don't know. I mean, it's a yeah. Okay.
Colleen, are you there? I hope you're still
It's
there.
close. It's close. Okay.
We're getting.
So now we just go down here.
Oh,
okay.
right.
We're going to do some other
Sorry,
stuff first. We're
my
not going to. We're taking a break from fish for the moment. We're going to do some odds and sods in terms of some things for your tank.
Okay.
We're going to start with a clip-on light, which is this one. You see, I've got the camera correct here. There we go. This is no, I lie. Sorry, wrong one. So this one. There we go. This is a clip-on LED light. It's starting at 180 bucks. Clip-on LED. And let me take it out the box while you're watching.
How much is it?
180 bucks reserve price.
Okay.
So it's a simple LED clip-on. Looks like that.
It's quite nice.
It has a USB.
It's flexible.
Sorry.
Let me just get us closer here.
Yeah, get a bit closer. It is
Oh,
flexible.
okay, cool. Yeah, that's
It is
nice.
flexible. It is a USB connector, just so that you are aware of that. Of course, that
Okay.
could be put into a USB plug, so that wouldn't be a huge train smash.
I do have a power
Ah,
bank.
there we go. So
So
we
we
can
can
have a look
test
and
this out.
see. Yeah,
See what this looks like.
there we go.
That's actually a really cool color. I'm going to show you guys. It's adjustable, is it? No, it
No, it's
just
not
goes up.
adjustable.
Okay, look, this is a power bank, so I don't
Yeah.
know if the fast charging makes a difference or not. But it's quite a cool. This would definitely work for nano tank.
Nice little slim tank or a little nano tank. Yeah.
I don't know how to like. It's kind of purplish. It's like a.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a color temperature that we could call that. But 150 bucks or 180
80
bucks.
bucks. We can make it 150 if people wanted to put it.
Okay. Alrighty, cool. Anybody want to go?
Anybody
for the light?
interested?
I think we'll go through these quite quickly because we want to go through.
Yeah, we can do this quickly.
Okay. Anybody want the light? Not seeing any
Doesn't look like
comments
it.
there. Deline is here. She's ready. She's waiting.
She's ready. Yeah.
We need to go through these quickly. She's
Okay.
been waiting.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
let's move on. Nobody for that light. Let's do this light quickly.
We're gonna move on from
Yeah.
this.
This is a mini clip-on. So this is where you said power bank.
There you go.
I think your power bank may not have all the juice it needs, but anyway, this one actually comes with an adapter.
I want to see something here quickly. Usually this will tell you 5 volt at 0.3 amps. So okay, this
Yeah.
would be an accurate. It would be accurate.
Okay, there we go. And then this is a little clip-on, goes on the side of your tank.
How much is it?
And this is going for 90.
90 bucks.
Yep.
You know what I must say? I do like that this is like
It's nice and flexible.
accent. Yeah, because you could
Nice
Put
little
this on
nano tank
So move it
on a
over.
desktop,
Yeah.
you know, sitting in an office or on a study desk would be great.
very, very cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Peter Franklin, 150 bucks.
Okay. Can you just confirm which one that
I
was?
was just
Peter?
saying livestock time. We'll move through these pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Peter, going once.
Peter, just confirm which one
twice.
that was. Was it the mini one or the first one we did?
What was the price on this?
That's 90 starting bid,
Then I'm assuming that was for
Yeah.
the previous one.
which I'm happy to do.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll assume, Peter, that was the clip-on
Yeah.
LED.
And you'll get that one. And then let's call it on this one as well.
Yeah.
I don't think
No, I agree.
we get much interest there.
No,
Right. And then just quickly, there's just two more things.
right. Before we get into some other bits and bobs that
Peter,
Deline's ready
first
for.
light is yours. Confirm.
Okay, this is an airstone. It's a 200mm airstone. Simple little item for your fish tank.
What's the price?
40 bucks starting bid.
Okay, that's not bad. These are quite expensive. This is, you guys won't be able to see it on camera, but it's an air stone. It's
Yeah.
not one of the.
No.
It doesn't make.
So the
like
whole
a
thing's an
line.
airstone. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna have a lot.
A lot.
Of
It's
air
like a
coming-
bubble curtain in a sense, but it's going to be much more what's the word?
There'll be a hell of
A
a
hell
lot
of
more
bubbles,
bu-
yeah.
A lot more bubbles
Yeah.
than an air curtain. It's
Yeah,
not a
correct.
curtain.
It's not a
It's
curtain
air
at all.
stone.
Yeah.
The whole thing is an air stone.
Yeah.
Anybody keen on this? What is the price?
Sorry, I got that wrong. It's 25. Sorry, 25. 25.
25
yeah.
bucks the air stone. Going once.
25 for the air stone. 200
Going
mil.
twice. Okay. I'm
Okay.
going to say, let's
Call
cut it there.
Yep.
One last piece of equipment before we get back to livestock. It's going to be worth the wait. I sold these previously. Sponge filters, dual sponge filters. I've finally gotten more of them imported, so I'm selling 5 of these for 40 bucks each. And we can obviously, I suppose, 5 is like if you have, I'll tell you what, 40 bucks for one of these starting bid, and you can tell us how many you want.
Yes.
And then we'll just multiply it by whatever the winning bid is. So Peter Franklin says 25. So Peter,
that was for the
Airstone.
Airstone. Done.
Airstone is yours, Peter. Cool. These guys, 40 bucks.
40 bucks.
I do know that is the best price that you're going to find them for, and these are the exact. They're a no-name brand, so you can see the packaging of their no-name brand. Same quality. I use these in all mushroom tanks. I've got 2 of them in each of my tanks, just because I want to grow bigger colonies. One of these can run 60 liters. That's what they're rated for. Obviously, it depends how much air you put.
No,
in.
sure, of course. Yeah.
And Deline, Brian, Peter. Okay, seems like everyone is interested in these guys. I tell you what, in the interest of getting moving, get back to livestock, it's a bit more interesting. Deline, I tell you what, Ryan, Deline, RJ, and Peter, you guys can each get one for 50 bucks. I'll make a note of that.
So how many was that now?
So that's 4 then.
4, okay.
I've got like tons of these.
Yeah, no.
So let's just
for the sake of checking, yes, I know what's what.
Ryan, Peter, Deline, and RJ, 50 bucks. If you guys are happy, you can each get one of these. Cool. And that's it for equipment. We're getting back to livestock. Thank you for your patience.
Right. And now, Deline, I hope you tuned in, because now we're going to get to some Moscows.
Ah, finally.
Okay, so finally, yeah.
Shame,
Okay.
Deline's really been
She's been waiting very patiently.
Shout out to Deline.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start off. These are guppies, for those who don't know what a Moscow is. So we're going to start with blue Moscow. And there's a pair for 120.
These are really beautiful fish.
Blue Moscows for 120.
And it's a pair.
It's a pair.
So, Jacques, that's correct. Yeah, that form, we actually added the coal shrimp after the form. Okay, don't worry about that.
We'll get back to you.
We've made a note of it. I've confirmed it in the chat. So I know there's 3 lots for all 3 of you guys. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that that you guys get those shrimp. Deline wants those Moscows. Deline, they're yours. 120 bucks. Andrew coming in 150 bucks. Again, this is a pair.
It's a
so
pair.
You're buying the species.
Yeah, correct.
For currently at 150 bucks.
Yeah.
Do you know if they've been? This is
Grant's
from
Grant's Fancy Guppies.
Okay, I have seen these in person. They are kept together, so
They are kept together.
Will be pregnant when
Absolutely.
she comes.
Yeah.
Deline at 200. I need more females to males. So we're currently only selling them as pairs.
Correct.
Deline at 200 confirmed bid. Cool.
Okay. Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Gonna raise
You know
Deline on her
Going once.
guppies there?
Going twice. Deline, they are yours. You've been waiting for them. You've been fighting for
Your
them.
patience has been rewarded.
Sorry, Justine. I see your message coming in there just after we confirmed it for Deline. However, we can give her a pair. Cool. So you guys can each get a pair for 200 bucks. We're going to make a note of that. Don't worry, guys. You don't need to keep bidding. I do see there's a little bit of a delay there.
There is.
So Justine and Deline, if you guys are both keen, 200 bucks, and you can get a pair of those guppies. Cool.
Right. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Another Moscow guppy. This
right.
is black Moscow. It's a black Moscow pair for 100 bucks. Starting bid of 100.
That's amazing. 50 bucks a
Yep.
fish.
The black Moscows.
These are really pretty. They also they look like really good quality. These are obviously some of these are Google images.
Correct.
Because we couldn't get video footage of them. Deline says Maklik and Justine says woohoo. You guys are more than welcome. We're now on the black Moscow guppies, a pair for 100
pair
bucks.
for 100 bucks.
Anybody that wants them, give us that. Peter
Peter's
wants them.
straight away, yeah.
Shani wants them. Okay, Peter's in the lead with the 100 bucks. Raise that bid, Shani, and they can be yours.
And there is only one. There is only one
Oh,
pair.
okay. So
if you guys want to fight it out, fight
you guys
it out.
have to fight it out. Okay,
Yeah.
Shani's sitting at 120, 150 for Andrew.
Okay, also lovely fish. They, that deep black color.
But I do see some blue in some of them. So I
Yeah.
think once you grow out a colony, depending on your lighting, you'll definitely get some
correct.
variation.
Correct,
Very
you will.
pretty, yeah. Deline at 160.
Okay.
Only one pair, guys. So
Only one pair.
Only one person's going to get these.
Yeah, Deline's been sitting for a long time waiting
She
for
has
these,
been
eh?
sitting for a long time. 160. Go.
Justine.
170.
Okay,
Okay.
it's coming in. Deline, are you going to better that?
Do you want them more? Do you want them more than she does?
Only one pair available, unfortunately, from the supplier. So
I'm looking at this list. We do still have quite a few to get to. So
there's Deline is 175.
Deline
So
175 going.
come,
once.
Justine. Do you want it more than Deline does?
I'm making it happy. Going twice. Deline 175. I just want to give it a second because there
There
might
is that
be
little delay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I want to be as fair as possible here.
Yeah.
Justine,
Justine,
180. We just got that. So
Yeah. And there's
Deline
Deline at 200.
Okay, you know what? I think for what it's worth, they are seeing the bids live. So it's fair between them.
Yes.
If we get them a bit later and we've already called it, then you guys are actually just getting a better deal, because if we call it at 200, someone says 205,
Sure.
you're getting it for 200.
Correct.
You're actually getting it cheaper. Cool.
Okay, so Justine,
Delete.
it's on you to try and
200 bucks.
if you want more.
Going once, going twice. I'm not seeing another comment.
No, the
Sold.
action. Sold to Deline.
That's Deline.
Let's make a note.
There
Yeah.
we go. Is it Deline or Deline? I'm really sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly.
It's LWN. I'm guessing it's Deline, but
Okay.
yeah.
My bad.
I
do
don't know.
apologize.
I don't know.
I'm getting that wrong. But they are yours. The black Moscows are yours for 200 bucks. I see BJ just got a message in. He says there's about a 2-minute delay there, Vincent.
Sure.
Unfortunately, we did call that for Deline, so they are going to her. Cool. What's
Right.
next?
Then, still on Moscow guppies, we now have green Moscow guppies. This is a pair for 120 starting bid.
120 bucks, 2 green Moscow,
Yeah.
pair of green Moscows. Interesting that we've got so many Moscows.
Yes.
We did promise that it'd be worth the wait, and now you can see that we do definitely have quite a
Correct.
few. How many pairs do we have for this
we can do 3 pairs.
one? Okay, so green Moscow guppies, 3 pairs.
Now I just want to comment on this because
Yep.
I know when I showed you this video, because he's come out of my fish room,
Yep.
and one of the comments you made to me is, "Hey, but those aren't green; they're blue." Now, when I look at the footage that you're seeing on your screen now, they look blue, and yet under a different kind of lighting, they've got a definite green shimmer. It's almost like a green blue turquoise color to them because they are different to the blues.
Okay.
And in fact, the supplier I bought my original ones from, I also said to him, "Hey, these don't look green to me," and he changed the lighting. He held a LED light slightly at an angle on the tank.
Yeah.
And you could definitely see the green come through. And I've never seen that before. That was really strange. Because certainly this
Deline at
footage,
200.
this
they're
footage looks blue.
Yeah. It does look blue, but the thing is, you know what they say, men are colorblind. So men
Okay,
are more
all right.
colorblind, more colorblind than females. So for what it's worth, Andrew 220, I see that bid. I'm going to stand by it. That video footage looks blue.
It does look
But
blue.
I do accept
Yeah.
that you obviously see them in person,
Yeah.
and by shining a light differently, I can see your light is actually towards them.
I had two, because to take the footage, I actually had a light on top and a
And
light
in
on
the
the
front.
side just to illuminate it a little more brightly.
Look, they're really beautiful fish.
yeah.
I think for what. Oh, they actually. You know what? I saw one.
Did
with
you
the
see
green,
it?
I see the green
it
shimmer.
turned, yeah.
So it's kind of like a neon. It's like a shift.
Yes,
Color
it's like a
shift.
tilt shift on
Which
it.
is very
yeah,
cool.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Deline at 250.
Yeah.
So Andrew, unfortunately not. If I refresh it, it's not actually the delay. We're watching the stream ourselves as well to see what you guys think. The delay, there is a latency delay in the stream just from when we start to when it actually comes up on YouTube. But the live chat is pretty accurate, at least for you guys as far as what we've been seeing. However, I think what we'll do is, because this is being recorded, we will correlate the timestamps,
Yes.
and we'll be able to ascertain where the delays
Absolutely.
were. And I think definitely a lot of research that needs to be done to
Yeah.
ensure that we'll probably come up with a process, because I think, you know, if that's the case with YouTube, it's always going to be the case. I
Correct.
can't fix YouTube.
Correct. Yeah.
But we'll come up with a system to ensure
We'll
that.
try and make it better.
I think what we could do is potentially run a timer system in the future,
Yeah,
just
we
to
can
make
do
it a
that.
bit more fair.
Could do that. Yeah.
Guys,
Okay, so now RJ and Deline are both on 250.
tied on 250, RJ and Deline.
But we do have three
RJ has
lots.
retracted that.
Okay. We do have 3 lots, so yeah.
Oh, you're referring to the viewers. Okay, thanks for clearing that up, Andrew. All right, guys, going once, going twice. Sold to Deline. You know, she said she wanted Moscow's.
She's
got
exactly what she's
all of
done.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
She's got all of
250,
it.
yeah?
Cool. RJ, I know you retracted your message there. Do you want them? Because we do have
We do
multiple
have more.
pairs. Yeah, so
We
if
do
you
have
want to
more.
match Deline at 250, we can do
Yeah.
that. Let us know. Don't worry, Deline, you're getting them for 250. I see that bid come through now. Andrew, we're looking at doing this on a monthly basis. I think for now, you know, we obviously want to iron out any kinks.
Go back and look at it again and check it
Definitely
out.
some problems that we've identified
Yeah.
going forward, just to make it a bit more fair for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want people to feel like they've missed an opportunity.
Correct.
Alrighty, guys.
Okay,
We're
we
going
got
on to the next one.
we're back to guppies. We're still with
Yeah.
guppies. Okay, again, yeah, this is a guppy friendly channel. Okay, so,
It is. It is.
so we're going to do platinum koi guppies. We have a trio of platinum koi guppies with a starting bid of 120.
Cool.
And these are also very beautiful fish, actually.
Yeah, 100%. So $40 a fish, a trio, platinum koi guppies.
Yep.
Okay, RJ does not want that pair, so we don't need to.
Okay,
reserve for
that's
him.
cool. I'll make a note.
Cool.
Okay, so platinum koi trio, starting bid of 120.
Sorry, guys. I've got so many messages from these groups. I just want to check something quickly.
Okay.
Okay, talking about the auction, no problem. Guys, anybody else? Anybody? Well, is anybody keen for the platinum koi guppies for $40 per fish? You're getting a trio of them, $120. I'm not
Yep.
seeing any messages.
No,
come through
no
here.
interest.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks. Let's move on
Let me
to the
just
next
get
one.
chair quickly. Make a note. Okay, right, next one. Now we go to some mollies, also live bearers,
Cool.
relatively easy to breed. These are juveniles, and we have 6 for $150.
6 assorted mollies, $150.
Yeah.
I do believe these are the actual images.
This
of
is actual from the breeder, yeah.
actual images from the breeder.
Correct. So 150
Yeah,
for
you
6.
know what? I recently got some mollies. They're in that tank in the front there. You guys
Right.
can't see it, but
Yeah.
and yeah, they really are cool fish. They
Mm.
honestly, if you wanted to know about them from a parameters or you know, sort of attitude perspective, or whatever you want to call it, like how do we compare this fish to something else?
Yeah.
They're guppies. They might as well be guppies. They're
Yeah.
the same temperament. They
Exactly.
eat the same. They breed the same.
Correct.
They will also chase the offspring.
Yes,
Got
they
a
will.
densely planted tank. They'll breed like crazy. If you have a not so densely planted tank, they'll still breed like crazy.
But they'll predate on the young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really are quite prolific.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Not seeing any interest on this. Want to give one more second. Going once. Mollies, we've got how many of them again?
We have, this is a lot of 6.
6.
6 for 150.
$150. Not seeing any comments on this one, guys. We're going to close that one off. Get through
Okay.
this list. Okay.
Right, back to guppies.
We have a lot of guppies. Yeah, definitely a lot of guppies.
Right,
cool.
this is the sunset guppies. These are females only.
Okay.
And we have 3 of them for $60 reserve
Okay.
bid.
3 of them, $60.
60
$20
bucks reserve. Yeah.
$20 for a sunset guppy. You
Yeah.
get 3 of them for 60.
This is females, or these
If
are
these,
females.
are these from Stephanus?
They are, yes.
I have seen these in person. Very, very cool. We didn't get any
Yeah.
footage because
Yeah.
it was quite late at night when I was there.
Yeah.
But they are true to form. They really are beautiful guppies. So what you guys are seeing here off Google, quite accurate. Definitely a very, very cool guppy. If you're into just having purebred guppies, that's the way to go. Shani at $60. She's keen for those. I don't know. Gordon, a theme, $120. I don't know what that was for. The previous bid or the previous reserve price was $150, so that doesn't count. 60 for the sunsets. That's correct. We have confirmed that. Anybody else want them more than Shani does?
The sunsets. Yeah.
Going once. going twice. It is worth mentioning
Yep.
that they're pregnant. So
Yeah.
you're buying
the strain,
buying the
essentially.
gene.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're buying
Yeah.
the strain. Going once, going twice, and Shani, they are
yours.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me make a note here. 60. Excellent. Right, we're still on guppies, and we're going, and we're doing red tuxedo guppies. These are also females, and we have 3 for 60.
3 to
Same
60,
starting
so
bid.
Basically the exact same thing. Different gene. Very beautiful guppy. Very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Red.
Red tuxedo.
I think it's always worth mentioning that it's the males that are pretty.
Sure.
Versus the females. Very different to humans.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, thanks, mate. Sorry. Yeah, cool. So yeah, red tux. Anybody keen for those? $60 for 3 fish.
Yeah.
Going once. Going twice. I'm not seeing any interest.
Yeah,
in
there we
this
go.
one.
Alicia,
Alicia
60.
just came through. $60. Anybody want them more? $70 for
70.
Andrew.
Okay.
Andrew, do you mind versus when you sent that message when I confirmed it? How long did that take? It'd be nice to just
Nice to
judge.
check, yeah.
Just to have it on track record. If you let us know how long
Yeah.
it took before I confirmed that from when you actually typed the message. It'd be nice to know. Cool. Going once for Andrew. It's $70 for a trio. Alicia, $80. Going once for Alicia, $80. Going twice for Alicia. And sold. I'm going
And
to give
sold.
those to Alicia.
Awesome.
How many lots of those do we have?
1.
One lot. Okay, Alicia, they are yours. Next.
Okay, now we
More
have
guppies.
more guppies.
More guppies.
We now have full red guppies, also females only. We have 3 with a starting bid of 60, same as the others.
Cool. Andrew
are
says
full
30
reds.
seconds or so. Definitely something I think
We
we'll
need
look
to
at.
check that out. too.
We'll definitely build a system in place that will allow us to sort of fix that.
Okay, Delenn, you said 100. I'm assuming that was for the previous lot.
That
though.
was for the previous lot.
Yeah.
We did close it off. Sorry, Delia.
Yeah.
We're giving those to Alicia. We did
Yeah.
confirm it for her.
Okay, so now we're on the full reds.
Full
Full red
red.
females.
Also pregnant. So again, guys, I think it's just worth saying.
It is worth saying.
All
yeah.
these guppies that you're getting, you're paying or you're bidding on the strain because
Yes.
you're going to get either a pregnant selection of females or
Yeah.
you're going to get pairs, so
Correct.
you'll be able to breed them yourself and have limitless fish essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So RJ is 70 on these.
RJ, $70.
Just also bear in mind, one of the images in this slideshow is a fish it's got red eyes.
Yeah.
That's the albino variety, and these are not albinos.
Okay.
These are the regular
So they'll
full
have
reds.
the black eye. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have the black eye. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's 80 from Andrew.
80
A
from
new
Andrew.
winning bid there. Yep. Okay, and I mean
85.
85.
RJ
That's
Vlogs.
great, RJ.
I think for what
Yeah.
it's worth, they're still seeing up-to-date chat. So
Seems
it's
so.
our reaction, the
Yeah.
latencies over the YouTube server, but
Yeah.
the actual chat itself between you guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys, going once for RJ, 85 for full reds. Going twice. Andrew, do you want them? And sold to RJ. Cool.
Yeah, excellent. And that was, what was the winning bid there?
85.
85.
85 for full reds.
Okay, awesome. Okay,
We have a lot of
we are
guppies.
still on guppies,
We
but
have a lot
we
of
are still on
guppies
guppies.
on this
Okay,
list.
and these are now green cobra guppies. These are very, very nice looking guppies. These are, it's the same thing as the previous ones. We have 3 at a starting bid of $60.
Cool. So these guppies are all pretty much the same. You're just bidding on different strains.
Yeah, correct.
You're getting females, you're getting pairs,
Yeah.
and you're getting that strain. So Cobra guppies, $60, 3 of them. Any takers?
Green cobra.
Any takers, guys? Not seeing any interest in this one. You know what? I must admit that it is kind of a common looking one. When I very first got
Yeah.
guppies, they were
Yeah.
actually given to me. I didn't
Yeah.
buy them. Someone got rid of some guppies
Mhm.
and got them. And I got this kind of leopardy sort of
Right,
pattern.
right.
Definitely wasn't purebred
Sure.
like these are.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's quite a common sort of look. I see some action in the chat here. RJ 65, Delete 70. Justine came after that, but
Yeah.
Delene is in the lead here, $70.
It's 90.
BJ with 90.
It's interesting, guppies are often what I would call a gateway fish. So when kids get into fish keeping, often their parents or a kind pet store owner is going to say, well,
95
get into guppies because they're easy to look after.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and they just will breed. The problem with that is it's a gateway fish, and it's a great way to get people into the hobby, especially kids. They love it because they kind of take care of themselves to some extent. But because they breed, you end up with a bunch of baby guppies.
Yeah.
And then people sometimes don't know what to do with that.
Well,
so,
look, to be fair, a lot of the guppies that I've seen in shops are males only because they're pretty.
Yes.
And generally you would buy a bunch of males.
Yes.
And then they wouldn't breed.
Correct.
But they're easy to keep fish. However, yes, it's definitely, I think the market does get kind of get quite flooded, or there's a lot more guppies because they're so easy.
Because they're easy to breed, yeah.
130 on BJ,
Yeah.
Deline 135. These guys are.
These are my guppy
everybody's
people.
waking up.
These are my guppy people. But these are the
Peter 140. I wonder if you guys all need to go take a break and go get a drink or
I
something.
wonder. Well,
Yeah,
we're
Deline
almost done.
150.
I wonder where Philip is. Or where's Faraday Fenter? Faraday's very active on my group with guppies. I wonder where he is.
BJ 200.
Okay.
It's quite funny. Arthur brought us some snacks, and he didn't even know. But he brought us some
There
fish.
you go. We got
They're
fish.
like- they're
Keeping the theme.
fishy pretzels.
Yeah, this is not brine shrimp. Okay.
Not brine shrimp. No, Deline
Right.
205. Time for dinner, RJ. Okay, you know what, guys? I think we might even do a little 5-minute break just to give everyone time. BJ 220.
We only have two
Are
more
you-
lots.
Hey,
We got two more lots.
well, we
And then
can go back.
We can go back.
Can go back
We
on
can go
some.
back.
So I think, guys,
Let's take
after
a-
this
let's
one,
take a break.
BJ is sitting at 220 here. I think we're going to take a 5-minute break. You guys let us know. But we can do a 5-minute break.
So,
Everyone could just go do a bathroom run, grab some more coffee. I'll go top up my brine shrimp, and then we'll be back. 220 BJ going once, going twice, and sold to BJ. We're gonna cut it there. Alrighty, guys. Lots that we have left.
we can
Vincent.
have a look at that.
Yeah, I'll let
in
you
the
know.
break,
So we've
yeah.
got assorted female guppies. Definitely worth waiting around for because they're assorted, but they're purebreds.
Yeah.
So you could essentially, in that lot, how many's in that lot?
Oh, I actually don't know. We're doing 5 at a time,
Okay.
but we've got about 12 lots.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
you could get 5 different species of guppies
Yes.
in one lot.
Yeah.
So that's definitely worth sticking around for. Then we've got the black lyre-tailed molly.
Yep.
That is what's left on our list. But a lot of these things we do have
More lots
multiple
of,
lots
yeah.
of. So I think we'll
We'll go back.
revisit once we're done with those.
Yeah.
A lot of the shrimp we can double up on. A couple of things that we can double up on.
Yeah.
So definitely worth coming back. I think BJ, you got it for 220. Sorry, Deline, it's going to BJ. How many of those were there available? Because she could also maybe get if you have multiple lots.
No, only one.
Only one?
Only one
Okay,
lot, yeah.
BJ, it is yours for 220. Sorry about that, Deline. Guys, we're going to call a break here. We'll be back in about 5. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
call it 5 minutes.
5
Just a
minutes.
short break. I'm going to go make some coffee. You guys
Yeah.
can go grab some coffee, run to the bathroom.
And also maybe take the moment, to kind of give us feedback as well. If you get back,
Yeah, 100%.
let us know
We're-
what's worked, what hasn't worked.
we're still going to be live. We're not
we will,
switching off.
no, we're not. We're going to be live.
Stay
We're
on the
monitoring the
link.
chat. Yeah,
Yeah, stay on the link.
we'll be back.
And we'll be back. And then if you have any questions or anything, like pop in the comments. We will be active on the comments.
Yeah,
Just need to go make some coffee. We'll
yeah.
be back now.
We can do some FAQs if you like, and all that
Yeah,
kind of stuff as well.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
See you guys in
Lovely,
5
man.
minutes. Cool. And we are back. Thanks for waiting, guys.
Right.
Just had to do a quick run. Cool. We've got a couple more things on our list, and then we can go and revisit, but we're going to leave that up to you in the comment section. You can let us know what it was that you liked, and then you can let us know what you want to see again, and we can see if we've got any more lots that we can offer you guys.
100%.
Sort of rerun another bidding section.
Okay, so let's get on straight away to our mixed female guppies. Guppies again. We've got 5 mixed females for $50, but it is worth bearing in mind that we have numerous lots of these. And as Tristan said earlier, you could end up, it's all pure strain, so you could end up with 5 female guppies from different strains, and possibly they will also give birth to the fry.
Well, no, so they definitely will. I mean, you can see from the footage, this is in my tank.
They're pregnant.
They're in my tank. They're all fat. They are definitely pregnant, and they are purebred. So these were imported. They were purebred at the time. They get selected. They all chucked them in the same bag as females.
Yes, that's right.
And then they send them. So if you took like that one with the red tail, for example, I don't know what the name is. If you took that one, put it in a tank on its own, it will give you babies.
Correct.
And it will give you purebred babies. It wouldn't just be a mix like this. So you
Which is
could
pretty cool, actually. You're getting a nice bonus bag here in a sense.
I think it's a really good deal. It's technically $10 per species, and you're getting 5 of them in one. That's
amazing.
So if anybody is keen for these, still some more guppies. I think we'll go through these pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure the guys that are hanging on, they've got some ideas and stuff.
I would think so, yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Anybody keen for assorted guppies? Going once at $50 for 5 of them. Going twice. I think a lot of people are having dinner now.
I think so.
I'll be honest with you, I'm getting quite hungry. So I don't blame them. Alright, guys, we're going to close that one off.
Close that one down.
Any interest in that one.
Okay.
And then last on our list is the
lyre-tail, black lyre-tail mollies.
That's the one.
It's a pair for $200. They are a breeding pair, confirmed breeding pair, and they are a pure strain.
That is a
black lyre-tail.
Very pretty fish, and these are the actual.
These are the actual fish.
These are the actual fish. It's very cool how the tail is kind of like.
Yeah, correct.
It's quite cool.
No, okay, that one, So the pictures in the tank, are from the supplier.
Okay.
And then there are 1 or 2 photographs.
Okay, so some of them are mixed, but I mean, they all look.
But it's that lyre-tail shape in the tail that you are.
I see some messages coming through here now, and that looks like it was for the.
For the guppies.
For the previous guppies. So I'll tell you what, guys, Peter and Justine, you can both get them for $55 if you guys are keen. Just obviously mark it on your form when you fill in the Google form, and we will get that to you for $55. We've got so many lots of those.
Yeah, correct.
I think it's super short. You guys can grab those.
Yeah.
Anyone for the black lyre-tail? That's what we have live now.
Black lyre-tail.
We're gonna go once on those. I'm not seeing any messages, but I think it might be that delay. We need a lot of time for to get caught up. Black lyre-tails, guys, going twice. I'm gonna give it a few seconds. Cool. I'm gonna cut it there.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Alright, guys. Well, that is our official list. So as far as what we initially planned and what we've gotten from other breeders, we've gone through the entire list.
Right.
And a lot of them are, one lot or 1 or 2 lots which have been completed. But I think what we'll do is we'll hang around for another 5 minutes since you guys are still. I see there's still quite a few people on.
We'll just go through some of the lots we've got extras of.
If there's something you got, or if you'd like to do that.
Yeah, let me tell you what we've got still going.
Vincent's saying this was dope. Alicia's saying it was great. Gotta go.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support.
Vincent says include more hardware. This is great. Includes the schools from 5 to 6. Definitely, Vincent. I think that's a discussion we'll have breeder side, and definitely between you and the breeder themselves. And then they'll just obviously scale the pricing for 6 from 5. But I think that's it's quite clever actually, because you need the schools for those fish to thrive. Cool. So I think let me tell you what
we've got. We've still got some lots available. So we had the unsold ones of the sunset snakeskin guppies.
Yeah,
we had those. That's $100 for a trio.
Okay.
They actually out of my tank, so I'm happy to drop the reserve to 70.
Okay.
And anybody who wants them, you just let us know in the chat, and we can do that. That's
the
sunset snakeskin lace trio guppies. We can do that at $70.
There we go.
It's absolutely fine. And we've got 3 lots of those. We've still got guppy grass available.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of guppy grass. So that was a tub for $20. You're welcome to put in a bid for that. We've still got, what else have we got here? We've still got
got a
bumblebee
lot of-
gobies, eh?
Well,
We've got a lot of those bumblebee gobies.
and a lot of neon tetras.
A lot of neon tetras,
So
yeah.
I think the bumblebee gobies were how much?
It was $80 for 4.
$80 for 4, and the neon tetras
Our neons were, give me one sec. It was 6 for 72.
6 for 70.
Those are the starting prices.
So I'm
starting bids,
going to sort of show these
Yeah.
in terms of footage. If you guys would like
Just-
to bid there, Marissa doing a good job of it, just say your bid amount and then obviously the item that you would like to bid
Yes.
for, because we're going to run these sort of concurrently just to get through the rest of the lots.
Yeah.
Marissa, $70 for the guppies. They are yours unless somebody else wants to outbid you on that. Bumblebee gobies currently on screen, and I'm going to go back to the neon tetras quickly. Neon tetras, guys, they're common fish. Everybody knows what neon tetra looks like. I really like these fish. I think
I love it in a school.
when it comes to like beginners sort of anything.
Yes.
Obviously, you get your guppies, you get that, whatever.
Yeah.
If there's a tetra or sort of a more nano fish that you want to start out with,
Yes.
and you want to get into sort of that side, if you may be potentially wanting to become an aquascaper or
Right,
something like that,
right.
fantastic fish to start
agree.
with. If you can keep a neon tetra alive and you can get a group of them to
Yeah.
thrive,
Yes.
you could probably look after quite a few nano fish.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a
Absolutely.
good start for a lot of
And
people.
they do look stunning under, nice lighting, in a school of 6, 7, 8 of them.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Always good. But they're kind of a staple
No, they
for a
are.
community tank.
100%. Yeah.
What else have we got on
Okay,
here?
you got
that
you
is-
got the gobies, eh?
Yeah,
480. Okay. Then we've still got Siamese algae eaters. We've got quite a couple of lots of those to get going if you want. There are 3 for 60.
Cool. Guys, just going back onto that, Siamese algae eater is the only animal that I have. I mean, I've got nearly 43 tanks now in total. In total, I've got a lot of tanks, and the only tanks where the blackbeard algae gets eaten
Yes.
is the ones with
Correct.
the Siamese algae
Yeah.
eater. So highly recommend them if you have a blackbeard problem or you just like nano fish and you're keen on it. Any more green muscars is we've
Let
been
me
asked.
just check quickly.
Do the bumblebees eat guppies? No,
No.
I wouldn't say that they do. I say that they're actually sort of on par in terms of an aggression level. Bumblebees are interesting kind of fish. I haven't had enough experience with them to give you like a proper like this is how to look after them or whatever. But I think you could definitely keep them with guppies. They will work. It's not too aggressive.
Justine, I do have green Moscows.
Shannon is keen for the bumblebees.
Okay.
$80 over there. 70 for the guppies. Marissa, they are yours.
Okay.
And
Justine wanted green Moscows. I do have green Moscows, Justine. So
Delene
make a
also
note on that.
asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The starting bid for the green Moscows was 120 for a pair.
Oh, the 50-50-50 is 125 liters, says Yushri. Okay, interesting. Yeah. We do have, you said, green muscals. How much were they?
120 for the pair.
I'm just going to put them up again. And
Those are the ones that look blue but are actually green.
I got you. I got you. Delene, yeah, I would. No, obviously I can't give you a guarantee, but I would put them in a tank with guppies, and I'm pretty sure that, even if there is a little bit of like minor aggression, if you've got lots of plants and stuff, I don't think it'll be a problem. If it's just a tank with just fish, there's definitely going to be a little bit of fin nipping, but I don't think they'd kill a guppy.
No.
I highly doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
They do also tend to sort of swim at the bottom and kind of like spend some time mid to low
Mid
tank.
to low tank, yeah.
So at least in my experience, and guppies, in my experience again, are sort of higher up.
Yeah.
They like to spend time on top of the tank.
Okay, and then so there's
Justine
also
says 120 for the pair, please.
okay.
So that's for the green
That's the
Moscow.
green.
So we're just going to confirm, Marissa,
We'll go for all
you're getting your guppies at $70 for that was for the snake skins, then $80 for the bumblebees for Shannon, and then Justine $120 for the green Moscow.
I'll just go back on the chat and also just double check that.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
mark it now.
Yeah, I'm doing that, but I'm just saying just in case. I've lost the bumblebees.
So Shannon for
Oh, there
bumblebees.
we go. There's another lot there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then 120 for the green Moscow.
got that one. Yeah.
You asked any plants and shrimp. There's more of the guppy grass. We definitely in our next auction will have a lot.
And the
more plants.
Rotala. We do have Rotala.
We do have more Rotala. Yeah,
Yeah.
the red Rotala. Let me
There was
put that up
20
quick.
stems, 10 centimeter stems of the Rotala we do have.
I'm gonna
That
put
was
back up.
120. We sold them at 200.
Yeah.
That's the winning bid earlier.
Yeah. But you could. We're starting again.
We're
at the
starting
reserve
again,
price.
so, yeah.
$120 if you want the Rotala. And then yeah, just in future, for future reference, I'm going to be pulling my tank apart. I've got a ton of crypts. I've got red tiger lotus. I've got a whole bunch of really cool moss and stuff. I mean, you can see that tank there. And I'm definitely going to put a lot of that stuff on the auction, very good pricing, because I'm not going to have it in my shrimp tanks.
Correct.
So definitely a lot to look forward to there.
Yes.
In terms of shrimp, I can do more yellow 24K golds, or 24K
yellows,
gold, whatever you want to call them, at $200 for 10 shrimp. So if you are keen for those, usually I can do another pair. Deline would also like some bumblebee gobies, so we're doing them at the reserve price for $80. So let's just mark off another one for Deline there. You keep losing the bumblebee.
I know. There we go. Okay.
Alrighty, guys. Yushri, do you want to confirm with me? Do you want to do 10 of those shrimp for $200? I do see we do have a lot of guys dropping off. I'm gonna cut back to us here.
Yeah.
So guys, just for what it's worth, I think we'll call it here.
Yeah.
For those of you that have confirmed that you would like, the extra lot items, we'll make sure to get them to you. Please, once again, don't forget to fill out that form. If we don't get that form from you, we can't get in touch with you. We can't get your livestock to you. But yeah, I think all in all, for a first test run, it really went very well. We want to thank you guys very much.
Absolutely,
for the support
thank you.
and the activity. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, just from my side, welcome to the channel. And if there's anything else that you guys want to see, please comment below. I'm going to be making a lot more videos in terms of care and breeding, water parameters, setting up tanks, stuff like that. And then obviously we're going to be running more auctions, hopefully on a monthly basis. We obviously just want to figure out some of the what do we call it? We want to tweak it a little bit, just make it a little bit more.
Get iron out some of the kinks.
Yeah.
But I mean, just on my side, also just a huge thank you to those who supported, and please go ahead and this guy's got a phenomenal YouTube channel.
I'm trying.
Simply Aquatic CT. Please go find him. The live stream's been on it, so go look at his videos and reach out if you want anything else.
Like and subscribe. You can
like and subscribe. There we go to the
button.
YouTube thing. Like and subscribe.
Stay up to date.
Also, feel free to contact myself and Tristan. Ask us your fishy shrimp questions. Join our respective WhatsApp groups. We can put those links on the
I'll also put the
description as well.
Instagram links on there.
Instagram links,
Arthur's got a whole bunch of blog posts that he's written, very informative stuff. If you're getting into fish keeping, or if you just want like a bit of a refresher, sometimes I like to see stuff that I already know.
Yes,
just
to reiterate
keep it top of mind. Once again,
thanks
you guys
for connecting.
so much. It really was awesome. We really appreciate all the support, and we're looking forward to bringing you guys more awesome deals and varied items, plants, fish, equipment, stuff like that.
Let us have feedback.
We're going to take all that feedback into consideration and structure better auctions in the future. Thank you once again.
Thanks so much, guys.
Have a lovely evening, and we're going
good week
to
ahead.
settle.
All the best.
Cheers.
Take care. Bye.